I didn't really think that was going to work today. I ripped it to pieces yesterday because of a few people and flags. Fam, now that it's not late night, last night we talked after the game. If you stayed up late night last night, because I couldn't sleep immediately anyway, so I said, we may as well go ahead and check out and get reactions from the fans, us, the fam, to see what we thought of last night's game. That was fun. But, let's get back into the civilized world and see for those who did not talk to us last night, if you'd like to say something today. Let me run down real quick what happened yesterday, because it was really fun. The exhibition opener, it'll go down on record as a debut of Jalen Hurd. Deebo Samuel, the receiving tandem that might dominate for years to come. Fam, this is why I said, you know what? Class of 2019, stand our hell up. Look at you guys. We are so proud of you. I'm telling you, we cannot. Woo! And here's the thing. This means the first 5 picks, because I'm sorry, Nick Bosa is going to be kick ass. I mean, I know he gets hurt. Hey, when he ain't hurt then, okay? Dude's going to dominate. Could be and we look at the other 4 guys I'm talking going down the line. Deebo, Jalen, Greenlaw. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Mitch at 4. Greenlaw at 5. And did you check out Tim Harris? That dude's got potential too. Could be the best draft we've had since the new regime started. As I say, Deebo Samuel receiving tandem that might dominate for years to come, fam. There's going to be some real competition in that camp between now those who should be. Dante Pettis has got to step up. The rest of them are now, the fire has been built. Can they keep down the new kids on the block? Or the 17-9 win over the Cowboys will be most remembered for 30 49er players sitting out. Did you notice? I didn't even realize it was that many. I could go over that list, but and as we saw, it was a good move by Coach Shanahan. This is the worst thing about the weekend, fam. Trent Taylor, Sean Coleman, Raheem Mostert. Nobody's saying anything, but do you know Raheem has went down each and every season since Shanahan's got there as well? Yeah, he just had a head injury this time, so he'll probably be okay. DJ Jones. You remember when DJ Jones, you see him pull up, he was hopping on one leg. I don't know what happened on that play, but I had a feeling, I said, that looks really serious. So, you figure those injuries and the disturbing total of 260 penalty yards on 18 and oh, my God. Oh, you know what? Let's not relive those moments. Unless I get upset over things like that after the fact too long. It's not healthy. Let us instead talk about the joyful moments of that Dallas ass whooping. I'm going to get it. Wide receiver, Jalen Hurd. He's new to the NFL. That new body in itself provided the red zone magic so desperately needed by the 49ers. It paid off with both of their TDs. Who's seen that coming? On his first score, plowed through the Cowboys safety to cross the goal line. Hey, is Texas boy here? Texas boy, he ain't here, is he? Texas boy, you're gonna love this, man. Plowing through. See, that was nice that Jalen beat up on the Cowboy at the goal line. It wasn't it? I mean, it made it look even better. The way, man. Oh, God. Later on, 3rd and goal from the 4. The Hurd child positions himself perfectly to catch a back over shoulder fade pass. Booyah! And he did it like he... Did you see his face, expression on his face? Every time I look at the replay, look at his face. Look at the confidence. Jalen knew that dude below him couldn't stop him. Oh, we've needed this kind of fiend for a long time, fam. Nick Mullins threw the first touchdown pass, C.J. Beathard the second. Both quarterbacks were juiced about Hurd. Mullins saying Jalen's pretty solid physically and mentally is what makes him even better. He's not scared of anything. That's the first thing I realized too. Man, this dude's, he's a rookie. Jalen Hurd, ooh. I said it. I'm impressed. Beathard said of Hurd, it's a quarterback's dream to have a guy like that who'd go up and make plays for you. And he's tough over the middle. Oh, Trent Taylor's out, right? Now, Shanahan's going to still want to go because he's very stubborn about certain things. Shanahan's still going to go with Dante Pettis. He's going to insist that Pettis start at one side. I don't know who's going to be on the other side, but I can assure you it's going to be, for right now, Deebo Samuel has got to be very much, this is getting so interesting. Deebo showed his physical traits and strong hands. First touch, 14-yard carry. I thought it was Austin Walter running around there. Deebo was jamming. He does not look like a wide receiver. That's what I like about him. He's a wide receiver, but he can run like a back. First catch, 16-yard reception. Best play, 45-yard catch at the 10-yard line, to which he said of Bethen's pass, I feel I had a couple of steps on the guy, and not every pass is going to be perfect, so you have to go up and get it. Deebo! As for he and Hurd, Samuel said, we bring the physicality in this group. Because Dante ain't bringing it. And Keese is about speed and finesse. Both Dante and Keese about speed and finesse. Now we got hard asses to go out there to join him. Fam, this is that perfect soup. As you're cooking and trying to get the spices and everything, the flavor balancing to be perfect so it tastes just right, we may have it. We may have it. We may finally have it. Mitch Wishnowsky. His debut started with him pinning 3 of his 6 punts inside the Cowboys' 20-yard line. We saw that coming. We knew to expect it. He boomed a 65-yard punt, which is already friggin' incredible. Nearly leading it out of bounds in the 1-yard line. Oh, he'll get that down. He's going to get that down. That's another weapon in itself. And it may be one of the reasons why the boys couldn't do any more than field goals. It was too much work coming out of them holes, except for the one time. He also hooked one out of bounds, so he's not perfect. But he's closest thing to it. Such a Bradley Pinion. I mean, come on. Even in Mitch's first game, Bradley never saw a game that looked like this. Honorable mentions for looking good on this thing. Who is Jeremiah Valaga? We've had some testimonies as to those who've grown up with this dude. He notched 2 sacks, and they were legit. I mean, the tackles that the Cowboys had, I imagine they're not first-string caliber. But still, I want to see more of Mrs. Valaga's baby boy. And then you had DeMontre Moore. 3 quarterback hits. I'll tell you, man, his cuts is going to be scary, fam. Leroy Reynolds, linebacker, strip sack. Dre Greenlaw. Get him 5 tackles plus jolted. Mind-boggling. Rock your world. Stop on that punt coverage. You can actually hear the screen glass on your monitor. Look at Marcel. Emmanuel Mosley. We've been talking about it for days, right? 3 pass defenses. Brandon Wiles. Where'd the 49ers find Brandon Wiles? They just signed him hours ago. Gave him a uniform. And told him where to be. He comes out there. And he runs for 29 yards. God. And Anton Exum. You know what? He may take the title away. I love AC, but I'm telling you right now, if I see Anton Exum knock the bejesus out of one more person, fam, we're going to have to move that title. In fact, Anton's wearing 38. There's something about wearing that 38, and you know about the history of 38. And, oh, man, speaking of AC, I don't know. AC got ejected for hitting a defense's receiver, leading with his shoulder and head. AC knows better than that, fam. We know he's a better player than that. I don't know what's going on with him, his personal life, or whatever's going on. That's not the same AC from 2017. He doesn't seem as focused. He doesn't seem as driven. He seems a little blasé and nonchalant. AC, I'm just telling the truth, man. You ain't reminding us of the AC we used to love. No, man, come on. I just don't understand. We want to know where's the original Punisher. I don't know. We'll see. That mistake cost AC some key reps as he tries climbing back up on the depth chart in a competition that suddenly has got Tavarius Moore, and Jimmy Ward's already been projected as a starter. Tavarius Moore is hot on Jimmy's heels. So that means AC is currently running 3. Now, does he care about that? Now, we know he can play better than what we're seeing now. We've seen it. Offensive lineman Willie Beavers. You know, I ain't going to go get started on Willie Beavers. If they have an emoji that looks like this, and you see Willie Beavers' account on any social media, just put that emoji up there and let that be enough for that. Dude committed 3 holding penalties and back-to-back. After coming in to replace Sean Coleman, poor Sean, man, that's a season-ending. I understand his fibula, his ankle, everything is just tore to pieces. Beavers is the heaviest individual on the offensive line crew, and he may be the first to leave. He weighs 324 pounds. When he first came in, I said, look at all that beef. Let's see what he can do with all that meat. He can't do a damn thing. They moved him to guard. He did a little to make things even better. So Kyle may ask him to leave today. If they find another offensive tackle today or tomorrow or anytime soon, the first thing they need to do is waive Beavers. Also, and we had Christian DeLaura. Last year we had him on the practice squad. He was adding to the penalty parade with a false start and a hold. So Coleman's injury, as I say, opens up the door for DeLaura, Beavers, and Justin Skule. Justin Skule didn't make nobody mad. See, that's the thing. We knew coming out of, is it Vanderbilt, I think? Yeah. We knew him coming in with that record he had of never allowing a sack, except for one, and that was to Josh Allen, which ain't no shame in that. He's handled Nick Bosa before. I don't know if it's still going on. Nick probably finally figured him out, but still, you know, if I had to vote for him, I guess I got Skule next week coming in first. For the next few weeks, that's going to be the thing. Other struggling bodies included Spoon, man. Akello. I had Spoon allowed 16-yard catch on the first pass. CJ sacked on the first snap. Not good, CJ. Intercepted after what he called a dumb decision. CJ himself called a dumb decision. Richie James dropped Mullen's first pass, but he did make up for it with 4 receptions. Thank you, Rick. Hey, Rich, you know, I ain't mad at you no more. In fact, I wasn't even mad at you toward the end of the game. Tavarius Moore had a late hit penalty, but, you know, we can excuse that. You know, Kendrick Bourne, oh, I tell you, Kendrick, that drop really had me really soaring hot. You know what? I expect more of Kendrick than I do of Richie James. And anybody else was on that field yesterday not named Deebo Samuel and Jalen Hurd. Now, he should have been leading the way to show them what it is to be a 49er. And he dropped a gimme. I mean, that ball was right on his hands. All he had to do was grab it, turn around. He could have ran for about 10, 15 more yards. Okay, you know what? That's fine. You know what? If you're worried about me defending, he's until next week. Kendrick isn't even in my doghouse, so he's got to look like hella good in practice this week. And next game, Kendrick, man, come on, Kendrick, God. Now here's the thing: Nick Mullins was the first quarterback on the field last night, but Coach Kyle Shanahan is warning everybody not to read anything into that. According to Coach, the competition for who will be Jimmy Garoppolo's backup is still to be determined. Now, while Mullins received the first steps and the win over the Cowboys, C.J. Beathard will be the first to follow Garoppolo next week against the Broncos. Jimmy should be ready to go next week, but we'll let C.J. go ahead of Nick for the second game, according to Coach Shanahan. He's also quoted saying, just we had to pick, so Nick went first. He was the last one to finish the season, so, unquote. Shanahan saw positive play from both of his backups, but he also sees room for full improvement. Okay, we understand that. Coach Shanahan went on to say, quote, I thought both of them made some Oh, I've been having a problem with that for 2 days. I have no idea. Digestive issues. I'm sorry. I was totally impolite. I thought both of them made some good plays, but I thought both of them definitely had one really bad play. We know about that. It had to be the INT. Thought they each threw a pick that was pretty easy to see. Shanahan detailed Mullins' interception and then followed with a description of Beathard's miscue as he continued by saying, quote, the backside linebacker got it in zone, and I think it was CJ. A robber safety came down and got his butt. He didn't say that, but he said that. They both should have saw after that. I thought both of them played pretty well while under a lot of duress, too. Unquote. When Shanahan was asked if there was a clear separation between the two after one game, he immediately replied, no. Mullins finished the day completing 11 of 17 attempts for 105 yards. Beathard had comparable stats, connected on 13 of 17 passes for 141 yards. He led the team in that category. Each quarterback threw one touchdown pass and one INT. This is why they haven't separated from themselves. But damn it, Richie, if you make that catch, and Beathard and Kendrick, if you make that catch, there's no telling how many. Nick gets around 200 yards. Beathard gave a simple take on the whole game. I thought it went well, other than this interception. Dumb decision there, as he says. But other than that, I thought it went very well. Unquote. Mullins also had a positive view by saying, I thought it was a solid start. Obviously, you want to eliminate turnovers, but at the same time, I think we developed a rhythm eventually and put the ball in the right spot. I was accurate for the most part, and everybody did their job well. Ran the ball, threw the ball, and protected well. It's a good step for the first preseason game. He's right. Unquote. Hey, Curtis up in the house. What's up, Curtis? He says, Pettis the Cowardly Lion. We put that little costume on him. He needs to follow the yellow brick road and ask the Wizard of Oz for some more courage. Because Deebo and Hurd is coming for his job. They straight up are, fam. Man, Dante probably feels it too. You know, and Eric Sanchez. Hey, Curtis, thank you for the contribution. Eric Sanchez. Jalen Hurd acted like he's been here before, ain't he? Jalen, look at you had that Cowboy defender. Get out the way. Whew. Look on his face was like, shh. Man, I should have been here last year. I am so impressed with him, I can't stand it. Todd Rush, thanks, fam. I can't even read that. Oh, God, it's so nice. Thanks, Todd. Central Cal, not a gang or don't bang. Anthony Baker. Hey, Memphis in the house. Anthony says, checking in from Memphis. San Francisco. He says, everybody crying about the drops and penalties. Glass one half full. I was pleased to see Run D. Yeah, true. Our ST and improved PR. That was one game, but it was some good situational football to build. And it was. They're going to be looking at the film today like they are right now. People are getting cussed out and laughed at and that type of thing. But probably there's not a lot of guys sitting in the room laughing, except for the guys that didn't play, maybe. Perry E. Howard, thank God. You guys are too nice today. Thanks, Perry. Antoine Speedy. Battle Ronbo, what's up? Hey, Keon Jenkins, why is nobody talking about the other linebacker? Was getting ready to. I was trying to cut it off because I was getting carried away there. Azeez Al-Shar had 4 tackles. He was like the fourth. I think he was the 4th guy on the list for taking people down. Dude was hitting yesterday night and stopping the run. See, this is another thing I'm talking about, man. You know, if Malcolm makes his team. Rousseau, Richburg is close to returning, and he's really. That's good news because Garland didn't play yesterday because they're trying to keep him safe so that they don't have without any center. Peter Gorman says, sup, and fam, I haven't been here for a while. Happy we beat the Cowgirls. And Peter, you're right, man. Good to see you again. Mo better than you. The best thing about both Deebo and Jalen is when they got targeted, they challenged the ball and didn't let the ball just come to them. Perfect observation. They both went up. And get that. Go get the mother. Go get the ball. Hey, Ariel Ken, Buddha. Buddha in the house. What up, not a fam? What's up, Buddha? Woo! God, more better than you, man. I'm telling you right now, boy. You hit the nail running across, man. We ain't nobody out of here playing. Show some macho. Get the ball. Damn that defender. Whoop his butt. He wear a Cowboy uniform too. Kick. Okay, let me not get started. Makes me crazy. Dino. 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 Where you at? Dino. Last time this happened, the person on the other side of the phone said, yeah, I was talking, man. You couldn't hear me. So I suspect we're okay. I hope we're okay. By the way, let me, Dino, don't unmute, Dino, because you cause all kind of problems. Dino, now unmute yourself. Hey, fam, remember when you call in, don't touch anything. Just call in, and we'll take it from there. Okay? Because if you start unmuting, then you have this issue. We can't find each other. Dino, unmute yourself now, because you came in and you came in wrong. Dino, all right. Dino, maybe call back, and as I say, just call in and just wait a second, all right, and see what we can do. But fam, I gotta tell you, Al Shar, man, let's go to 510 El Sobrante. The El Sobrante, that nice area. El Sobrante, Pinot, California. Hello.
Big Ronbo. What's up, Ronbo?
I'm you know what's so funny? Dino, I mean, what is your name?
Ronbo, you don't even remember me, huh? It's been that long, huh, Ronbo?
Yeah, because you're all in ID.
You hurting my feelings right now. It's go hard, Ronbo.
I thought so. You sounded, but your ID changed, so I didn't want to assume. Somebody else called about 3 weeks ago. I said, you sound just like Go Hard. But it wasn't you. It was somebody else. Go Hard, I'm sorry, fam.
Yeah.
Shucks.
What's up, player?
Hey.
It's been a minute.
I tell you, man, I'm sitting there, and you probably went through the same thing because you got keen perspective on the game. I'm looking at all the good things, but you got so many bad things going on. I'm having a nervous breakdown right during the course of the game because I'm thinking, if y'all who are getting cut would just straighten your ass up, and maybe other teams will notice you, and you can get a job later. But right now, man, you can't even get a job. Boy, I'm telling you, man, they made me mad. So, but go on, I'd love to hear your observations on this game, man. What's up?
Yeah, I wanted to get in before that preseason game 1, but I didn't meet the deadline. So, but here I am now. Before the real season kicks off, I just wanted to kind of run through what I've been sitting back and seeing, and I was really excited with the draft, right? I was really loving the Jalen Hurd. I could just imagine, just how Kyle's going to use this dude, right? And I'm glad to see that he had a good first game in the NFL. I mean, dude's taking at first I thought, when they were talking about the whole, converting him to a tight end, I was thinking that's Kyle's way of sneaking him on the 53. Maybe he's going to just list him as a tight end, but if he keeps playing the way he played yesterday, he's going to take somebody's wide receiver spot for sure.
Amen.
I haven't really been, and I know everybody that's been keeping up with me on the chat, I haven't been a big fan of Pettis lately. I don't know, just what that dude brings. I don't think we need that culture in our locker room, period. I mean, this dude's just
go on, just go ahead and come point blank with it.
Yeah, man. On the chat, it's been a long time. I try to keep it rated R and everything, but everybody can read between the lines. Yeah, we don't need that. And what we trying to establish in the culture, the new little vibes going on in the locker room, we don't need that. I said it before. I'd take Bourne over Pettis any day, and that's even marked that game yesterday for Bourne. I'd still take him over Pettis. But Pettis and Colbert, they really disappointed me yesterday as far as their play. I was looking for Colbert to make some splash plays, and he was nowhere to be found until they took him out of the game. So that was kind of upsetting because I'm a big I'm a big supporter of him, from what he did in that rookie season, and I think he's got the potential to bring it back.
I do too.
But man, the only things right now, Rombo, that I'm kind of just is our online depth. There's a big question mark there. I'm not really too comfortable with that.
Me either.
And the Jet. I'm not I really believe he's overhyped. I'm not too big on the Jet, man. I really don't see him making any kind of impact this season. You guys remember what happened with Sherman and how he played last season, and I think it's going to be some similar to dude. Like, he ain't going to really get into rhythm towards maybe towards the end of the season. Kind of start getting back into his motion, and I think by then, we ain't got no time for that. You know what I mean? We're ready to roll now. So, just those two guys on the offense mainly.
When you say Jet, you talk about Jerick McKinnon?
Yeah, Jared. See, I haven't been a big fan of him.
Did you notice Austin Walter and this new kid we just picked up? They got some decisions to make. You can't actually let both of them go. It's going to be go ahead. Let me go back to that. All right, go ahead.
I think Breida, and I've said this even, when we got the signing of the Jet, I think Breida can do everything the Jet, was put on to do, besides he needed to work on the pass catching or whatever, but I think he already stepped his game up with that. I think he could do what the Jet was supposed to bring to the table and some. I think he's got potential to surpass, whatever the Jet could have been on our offense. I think Breida and Hurd are going to be I think they're going to have really good years for our offense. Those are two offensive players right there that I'm going to have my eye on for sure, but I think they're going to be big parts of the offense.
And what do you think about Deebo to add to that mix? Because that dude.
Oh yeah, Deebo too. I didn't think too much of him, right? I didn't really do my homework on him, but after kind of tuning into him and his little background and his whole little bio, man, he's a sav, bro. He's a sav. He's gonna be a dog out there, and I think that's exactly what we need on that side of the ball. We didn't. We got Pettis, right? But I found it kind of funny that we picked up a wide receiver in the second and the third round the following year. I don't know if there's that much faith in this guy, or I don't know if there's second questions of this dude or what, but I don't even see him pulling out a 16-game season. He's so soft, let alone, catching balls in the middle of the field or lining up on the outside of the numbers. I just don't see him being aggressive even there. So I don't know, Rombo, but other than that, man, it's looking all uphill for us.
And the killing part is when you think about, because the thing is, most people probably believe that Malcolm Smith is going to be in there for a veteran presence. But we ain't got no room for veteran presence this year. I'm looking at Dre Greenlaw. He's got some things he's got to learn, but I believe he can learn from Quan Alexander and for that matter, Fred Warner, who plays like he's been in the league for 5 or 6 years. So don't let nobody go to keep Malcolm Smith. This worries me, man. Worries me.
Yeah, Malcolm Smith can go. I'm loving what Dre Greenlaw brings, and from what I've seen just from his little scratch of the surface, I mean, he just needs to be a little better on them play fakes. That's what he gets sucked in a little too easy, but that is so correctable. That's easy. That's by next practice he can tighten that up. So ain't too much I've seen with him.
Yeah. Because Kasuric will have that straightened out in a minute. They'll look at film,
and
he'll be told, you see what you did here? Here's what you should have did. And, these things will come about. He looks like a sharp individual. So, and besides Gohard, I believe somebody up there likes him. You can't be this good of a person and not have good things happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So I look for him to be a serious star on this team. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, sir. I hope so too, man. I hope so too. I'm pulling for all these guys, but yeah, that's just the way I'm seeing things right now, Big Rombo.
Hey, I love it too, Gohard. Man, miss you, kid. I ain't talked to you on the phone so long. Good.
Yeah, man. They got me working so early now, man. They're killing me over here, Rombo. But I got to get back in with you guys. But yeah, that's my little rundown with the game with the team.
Appreciate it, Gohard, fam. Good. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and let you get back to what you was doing and continue on the chat. And if you see Texas Boy, please work him over. I encourage everybody, see Texas Boy today, if you have the nerve to come and get him. But I look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible then, fam.
All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Yeah. It's always good to hear Gohard, man. Gohard was one of my favorites way back when he was doing Red and Gold Radio. He's a biggest challenge to TNT. He actually B-slapped Trez and Trey. Trey know it. It was hilarious. I mean, wait a minute. Oh, it's Rev. Rev, come on, Aaron Rev for Sunday service.
Ronbo.
Rev. Well, I know you got something to say.
Oh, let's get into woo. Let's get into it. Do it. Shout out to my fam, Red and Gold Worldwide. I felt your energy like all of us did, repping that beautiful red and gold. We made a mission statement.
Yes.
Shout out to the man Ronbo.
Thanks, fam.
Well, now we got that out of the way. Let's jump into this book of champions. Let's go into it, Ronbo.
I'm ready. We're ready. Let me kick back, relax.
We're going to fam. I just want to throw this out there. We're going into 2 books tonight. First book, I want to jump into, and we're going to jump into the Book of Rice. Book of Rice. That's where we're going to jump, because what I've seen in Jalen Hurd, I like that. Even though first preseason game, our expectations are high. We're excited. We're getting 49ers football. But I really loved what I've seen in it. So we're going to go to the Book of Rice. And the Book of Rice says, I think my secret is that there's no shortcuts for hard work, determination, and having that don't give up attitude. That's what Mr. Hurd showed me last night. That's what he showed me last night. I like how he was aggressive. I like how he was like, yo, give me that ball. I'm gonna get that ball. Before I have spoken on Mr. Deebo Samuel. Yes, Mr. Deebo. I love how he went up and was just like, nah, this ball is mine. You got to fight me to get this ball. Amen. I like that.
Yes.
That's Anquan Bolden 2.0, in my opinion. Anquan Bolden 2.0 all day. I love that.
Tough.
Game last night, I wasn't so focused on the offense because Kyle has a masterful mind when it comes to offense. So I really wasn't focused on offense. I was mainly focused on the defense. So the second book we about to go into the Book of Willis. I feel like as a linebacker or a D lineman, any cut is a man's sport. Be a man, hit them high, hit like Rams. You don't see a Ram going through and cutting another Ram's leg. They hit head to head, pad to pad. So I want to give that one to 2 players that I saw last night on defense that you spoke of one earlier, which I literally dropped my drink when I saw this kid, and that's number 78. I said, who in the is this? I like that kid. But I want to give a shout out to number 57, Mr. Greenlaw. Kid had a phenomenal game. He had a phenomenal game. I mean, he had 5 tackles. You know, he showed to me 6 tackles. Okay, thank you, sir. He showed to me instincts that he wants to be that starting Sam linebacker. Let that sink in, family. He showed me why he wants to be a starting Sam linebacker, and the kid has the potential to do it. And even if he doesn't start as Sam, he is a fine fit for rotation. Because when that kid hit the gap, those 2 good plays he had where the first run play, he hit that gap and stopped that running back like that.
Boom.
Our weakness last year was open field tackles. We couldn't open field tackle a Pop Warner football team last year. That kid Greenlaw shot out like a rocket. like a rocket. I love that. Defense wins championships. And the cool thing the one thing that I loved was when Greenlaw made that play, you saw Robert Saleh jump.
Wasn't he excited?
He like jumped. He jumped. Was like, that's what I'm talking about. See,
Yes.
that's that energy.
All gas,
That's that
no
energy that we
brakes.
have. Like, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious when I say this, fam. This defense will be a top 5 defense this year. I've said it millions and millions of times, and I'm going to stand by what I said.
You should.
We are going to force you to beat us because we're not playing games this year. Like, we are focused on an objective, and that objective is we coming for your ass, period. And what I saw last night, that kid number 78, what's his name? Valogo.
Oh, Valoga, the new guy.
That. Yeah, I mean, he showed promise, man. Like, he was in the backfield before the back could even make a cut. I was like, I like that. I like that. So just imagine if you take him out the equation, you got D Ford on one side, Buckner, Armstead, Bosa. Like, who are you going to double team? Everybody who knows, what do I say? Hashtag pick your poison. We're going to be problems this year. Pick your poison, pain, and punishment. I love that, we got our first taste of 49ers football. It felt good to see our red and gold go out there and play and compete. I'm looking forward to just seeing more of these guys step up because guys are fighting for this 53. And I'm going to throw it out there. If Greenlaw don't get on this 53, that'll be one of the biggest mistakes we made this year. And I think that kid is going to make that 53. He's going to make that 53. But this year, Ronbo, do me a favor. Can I just get an amen? Can I get
amen?
Can I get a boom shakalaka?
Boom shakalaka.
Family, y'all know me. Y'all know me. We are focused. We are primed. We are ready. It's this red and gold. I understand it's preseason, but I'm hyped just like all of you. Just like all of you. We are so happy to have 49ers football going on right now. It's not even funny. But, hey, come week 1, that's when we know. It's time to all that hard work, time to put it in. Let's do it. Let's do it. This wide receiver battle, hey, Dante Pettis, I love you. I respect you, bro. But you got 2 hungry dogs. These boys is fighting. They hungry. So, hey, step your game up. So we got to do what we got to do. Rombo, ain't going to hold you up. I love you. Real. Shout out to everybody. Be safe and cool. And y'all know how I do it in order to beat a man. You got to beat the man. Woo!
Always a pleasure, Rev.
Holler at you.
See you for
be
Raw.
Safe, man. Rev is out the building. And I'll be on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. Book of Champions, Red and Gold. Rombo, thank you. We love you. We appreciate this platform you give us so that we can speak, our hearts and our minds about our Red and Gold. So I'll holler at y'all. Rev is out.
Rev. All right, fam. Have a good night. There he is, the Honorable Rev 49er hits. And we quickly go to Phil.
Ronbo, you there?
You feel I'm here, man. I heard you coming in too, man. It's click, click, boom. And then Phil. Phil! Give me.
Yeah, I'm just saying pump the brakes a little bit, boys. Because,
I know. It's first preseason
we're
game.
getting too excited.
I agree.
You know what? You got to look at who you played against.
Yeah.
But, one thing that I saw, and I watched the game over twice. Okay?
All right.
That's how pathetic I am in my life.
No, you got that. You got enough time to run that twice. Don't let me get started.
There was one series.
I watched it 5 or 6 times. Go ahead.
One series where the Dallas Cowboys had their first-string offensive line in.
You say that's the first series, right?
These guys are Pro Bowl center, Pro Bowl guard, Pro Bowl tackle. I mean, these are guys that are good. And I tell you what, they had a second and inches, and Katavius Street blew up the Pro Bowl guard.
I see that.
Threw him in the backfield, and he tackled both the guard and the running back for a 1-yard loss.
I'll never forget that play.
The very next play, Sheldon Day pushes back the other guard because they ran it again trying to get the first down. He blew that up, and Exum came in and tackled, and both.
No, Phil. Exum never tackles. He blows people up. You have to use
I
another
know
term
it.
when you talk about
Stop
Exum.
the guy, but they didn't get the first down against the Pro Bowl line on 2nd and inches. That's what really showed up to me as a 49er fan. I mean, everybody's going against some of these wide receivers. I'm telling you, Marquise Grissom,
good one,
and Pettis are going to be the starters. They're going to be the starters. And you know what's going to tell is when Jimmy's in the game, and who does he go to?
Yeah, that's true. His go-to guys.
It doesn't
was Trent
matter
Taylor.
about Beathard or, these other guys.
Oh, good point.
It's going to be who Jimmy likes.
Yeah.
All right? That's going to be the key. He loved Trent Taylor. Now Trent's out until at least game 1. At least that's what we're hearing. But, the other thing is Sean Coleman going down is huge.
Oh, there's an all-out search going on right now because we are not going to keep Beavers. By goodness, he's terrible.
No way. He held and held. Skull looked okay. He held once, but he cannot play left tackle. He's only played right tackle in his whole life.
And he shouldn't be playing this
so
soon
he
anyway.
has no experience flexing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Lynch needs to keep an eye on the waiver wire. And if somebody cuts a guy that's, tackle shifting eligible, pick him up. Because I think that's where you're going to get the guy.
And you know something, Phil? He's got to to meet certain requirements. So he's got to be able to run block. You can't just be a pass protector. You
got to do zone blocking.
Yeah,
and you got to be able to pass protect.
And why'd they bring Beavers in the first place? You know he's too big, Phil. 324.
Let's all make a prayer that Staley and McGlinchey stay healthy, because if that's the case, we're fine. But if they don't, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And I always said that offensive line was our biggest weakness at depth.
At depth in particular.
Not safe.
Phil, let me ask you a question,
Not
though.
anywhere else.
If Gary Gayam, and I'm sure he is, if Gary Gayam's still running around unemployed, would you call him back in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. You have to,
I
wouldn't you? Yeah. Because he knows what we do.
You may have to pay a little bit more, but we still got $28 million in cash.
Can you imagine? Gayam said, "You guys call me back, huh? That must mean you really need me, don't you?" Well, I'm not taking that salary we had before. I got a new arrangement.
These are million-dollar jobs, Ronbo.
Oh.
He wants a job. He has no job right now.
Well, with good reason. He's not that good.
Well, but as a backup, you gotta fill the spots of the best player you can get.
True.
But I'm telling you, next draft, we're drafting linemen.
All O linemen. If they go first and second round, Phil, I will be fine. God.
But safety, I think Demarius Moore is going to fill that spot eventually. He's just got to learn the position.
Yeah. Get some reps.
Yeah, I mean, we got weaknesses. Like every team has weaknesses. All right, let's not kid ourselves. Every team has weaknesses. For God's sakes, the Rams lost to the Raiders.
But okay.
Are we jumping all over that?
The Rams didn't play anybody. The Rams are putting everybody in bubble wrap again.
Neither do we.
That's true. That's true too. But
the Dallas Cowboys, I'd be more concerned if I was a Dallas fan.
They should be,
because they started their fucking Excuse my French.
They're all-star front line. Yeah, offensive line.
I'm sorry. I know there's children on here.
It's okay. And they've heard these
But I
words
get
before.
excited when I talk about the Cowboys.
Oh,
I hate them so
everybody does. Well, Phil, we're getting a little long here. So what we're gonna do? Let's do this tomorrow night, and let's see how many folks we get out in the East Coast in here before it gets too late out there.
All right, man. But anyway, pump the brakes, guys. Pump the brakes.
Agree.
And there was times everybody's saying Greenlaw, but he looked, raw at times.
At times, but you could tell that's clay that's going to form into a masterpiece. We'll watch him as he goes on preseason.
He's still a rookie.
That's
still
true.
a rookie.
All right.
So and Kyle loves veterans. He does.
Well, they all do.
He loves guys who know his system and know veterans.
That's it. All right, Phil.
So,
I'm gonna look for you tomorrow.
All right,
and all right. Have a good night, Phil.
Anyway, let's all relax.
Yeah.
All right, later.
All right, pal.
Bye.
Bye. Phil's always got great stuff. Hey, let's quickly go to Danielle. Danielle.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Danielle 5249. I was sitting there regurgitating and re-swallowing, doing those kind of things about yesterday's game. And Phil's right on so many levels as far as we need to, maybe lighten up a bit on judging this game. It doesn't really. We got to wait. You got to have a bigger sample. We need 3 or 4 games. We need 3 games. Jimmy G's dress rehearsal in Kansas City is going to be huge. But, yeah. But, Daniel, let it all out, man. What are you thinking? Like, are you – some of the things that were pointed out, all right, is Dante Pettis, is he good for the team? As Gohard says, he'd like to get him excused right now. And are we jumping to conclusions with our rookie wide receivers, or can we see exactly what we got here? And what Phil just said about Jimmy G, it's not about who CJ and Nick like, it's who Jimmy likes. But what are you thinking?
Well, first off, whenever we beat the Cowboys, that's a good thing, no matter preseason, regular season, playoffs. So that point aside, like Rev says, now that we got that out of the way, as far as evaluating the team, well, I'm concerned, like a lot of people said, that our O-line depth.
Oh.
I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it. It does not look good. Bring it back with Gilliam. He wasn't that good. That's why we let him go, and now we're having to bring it back because we got nobody else.
Oh, my God.
So I'm not real thrilled about it. I'm hoping our starting guys stay healthy and hoping Richburg maybe finally stays healthy and Garland maybe fills in at right guard because Garnett, he can't stay in for more than a couple hours, because he breaks his finger, dislocates a toe, or breaks a nail. I mean,
exactly, a nail. He's so ridiculous. What, 300 pounds of tenderness?
Yeah, as far as the wide receivers go, Dante, he needs to show us a little dog. I mean, there's no doubt he's got quick feet. He can break people's ankles. But, we need wide receivers who aren't afraid to go get that ball and attack that ball like we saw Deebo and Jalen doing yesterday. Coach talked about how he likes those aggressive hands. That's exactly what he means. He doesn't want receivers wait for the ball to come to them. They see the ball, go attack it. Don't wait for the ball. You go get the ball.
Mm-hmm. Even if that's to kill somebody, get to it.
Yeah, Dante needs to show some of that. And he's kind of a little lightweight, and I'm not sure. He gets a lot of fun poked at him from being more worried about his hair color than he is attacking the ball. So. But then with KB,
Daniel,
he seems to be more focused on doing his dance moves than he is going to get into practice. Come on, KB. We know you.
Yesterday.
He needs to be consistent. He's too inconsistent. We've got too many people in this room where inconsistency is going to get you cut.
And the thing, okay, so we got inconsistency, and we got and Dante with no cojones. So I'm concerned. Those guys are supposed to be setting the standard, and we see Deebo and Jalen come in and set the dang bar. I wonder what Kyle's thinking. Well, you know what this might do, though? This may set a fire under everybody in that camp as Dante and everybody else is looking up and saying, dang, them boys come to play. I guess they want my job.
Oh, I certainly hope so, because I tell you what, those 2 boys were lighting it up yesterday and showing us that they want it. The rest of those guys, their jobs are not safe. And they got to play like that every play. That's the way I look at it.
I can't wait till next week. I want to see.
Yeah, we had a lot of bright spots. I thought, especially on defense. I mean, Al Shazier, I believe his name was. He was firing off.
Mm-hmm.
Dre Greenlaw was looking good. Anton Exum was blowing everything up in sight. I mean, he's bringing out the ghost of Ronnie Lott on that field. You know, he was wanting to bring out. And I thought Marcel Harris had a pretty decent game. He had a few mistakes, but yet he was around the ball almost all the time. So there was a lot of promise on the defensive side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the Cowboys starters couldn't score a touchdown on our second, third stringer, so that was promising.
Daniel, do you think is it that bend but don't break what was going on there? We did hold on to field goals, and if you're going to keep a team to field goals, Kyle Shanahan's going to beat you every time. Because I figured that's what I was watching, because sometimes I saw them in a prevent, and I thought it was uncalled for, but I guess they've got this all figured out. I stopped saying anything. So, but what do you think?
Well, if you remember, that's what we had when we had, 2012-13 with Vic Fangio, with Patrick Willis and Bowman and the boys. That's what they had, that bend, don't break. You would get inside the 20, and all of a sudden they would block you down or turn the ball over. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, that seemed to work then, although I would like to see, I think, with the guys we got with Bosa and D Ford and D Buck,
a little more aggression.
Be more aggression with those guys, and probably be more of a break them and bend a little bit.
Because teams are going to tear that's all they're going to do to us all season long. They're only going to midfield us. Nobody's going to be stupid enough to try to wait for a route to develop and go all the way deep downfield. That's just not going to happen. So they're going to try to cut us up and diamond nickel us all the way down the field. And I guess that's why they're working on this, now that you mention it.
It could be. And then with we didn't have any starters on defense last night. So I think they said it 30 players yesterday. Like they got them in bubble wrap.
The entire defense, pretty much. Those who were hurt and those we don't want to see get hurt.
Yeah, so that defense is showing a lot of promise, but the offensive line, as far as the depth on the O-line, I'm concerned about that, and I'm very happy about those two rookies, man. Those two rookies impressed me here, Hurd and Deebo. I mean, I love the way they attacked the ball. Deebo going up over that corner and just taking that ball from over the top of his head and coming down with it. That was awesome. That was a great play.
Dang.
And then Jalen would not be denied on that goal line. I mean, he carried like 2 Cowboys with him.
I love that look about him, that taking care of business look. I mean, it was just really Jalen Hurd. He's fully aware of what he's capable of, and that leads to his confidence. I tell you, we got something there. Woo! That dude's gonna be a monster.
Oh, and Deebo's got the same confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, that wide receiver, those guys like Trent Taylor and Kendrick Bourne and Dante Pettis, they're going to feel the heat coming up the rear end. So those boys are coming.
I wish they could have got a camera close up on Deebo's face. I saw when he was fighting all the way to the ground with that ball. But with Hurd, he just masterfully technique went to that corner. He saw what was on him, just moved that nasty cowboy out the way and take that pass. I said, look at that. Whoa. Dad, we got to stop, though. We're running out of time. But listen, we're going to get together again tomorrow night and continue, right?
All right, man. Ronbo sounds good. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Rousseau in the chat. Shout out to Chad in the chat and everybody else. And we're coming, man. Game 1 in the books. Ready for game 2. Let's go.
Serious. Thanks, fam. It's Daniel 5249. By the way, Em, did you check out the articles? I checked out 3 different pages, and I couldn't believe it because every one of them talked about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott goes this for that. Dak Prescott, as the Cowboys lose to the 49ers. I threw a flag on every journalist that can't see the writing on the wall. The 49ers are coming, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Get used to it. It wasn't about Dak Prescott last night. You know it. Hey, Corey, my glitter, just want to say that I love your show. Thanks, Corey. He said, I'm laughing at your comments and love you commenting. Aloha from Carson. Corey. Woo. Hey, and Kenny says Robert Saleh called a good game on defense yesterday. Yeah, he did. All I said, all they ever needed was some players. I love that we're blitzing, and they did a couple of times too. Niners knock 'em cold. Greenlaw, Exum, Hurd are going to ball out this year. Oh, I think they're going to have a party going along with them, too. Niners knock 'em cold. Jay Anderson, what up? What's up, Jay? Brandon Lowe, what's up, Ronbo from VA? The VA in the house. VA's got a large contingent, man. Between VA and New Jersey, I don't take a head count. He said, I think we look great considering who we played and didn't play. The rookie wide receiver looked phenomenal. Oh, man. Hey, let's go to 916 Elk Grove, California. I think we've seen that before. Hello. Elk Grove.
Hello.
Yes. And who is this?
Ronbo, what's good? This is Derek, bro.
Derek. Hey, Derek.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, long time no talk, fam. What's up, man? We're just sitting here.
Yeah, man, been working, man. Just on this road, man, on my pivot right now.
Okay.
Truck, so,
all right.
Yeah.
Good to hear you get a break.
Just trying to grind and get this money back.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do, man. You got to do. Glad you had a moment to enjoy what's going on in Levi Stadium. Looks like the 49ers are coming up together with a formidable group. We have one problem, Derek, because everything else is going to fall into place. But that old line, and Derek, if you know anybody who can play right tackle, call Santa Clara. We got a problem.
Right, they got it.
Who?
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna find something.
Man, I hope.
Find somebody.
Oh.
But yeah, we gotta grab somebody. Hopefully, on the practice squad off free agency, whoever lets somebody go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the season, man. I'm excited for that dude Hurd, man. I've been telling you.
Ooh.
Tell you that dude nice, man.
Dang. I think he's better than even I imagined. Damn.
Kind of got to see both of his qualities yesterday as far as, him breaking through tackles and then him, going for that 50-50 jump ball. He kind of displayed two things he was able to do.
You see all, yes, in both plays.
You got to see, You got
all
to see
dimensions.
Both sides.
And we may not have seen all of them either, Derek. There may be more.
Yeah, that's just a little bit. But, hey, like that man Rev said, man, he likes to go through the books of champions, man. I'm gonna go to a book of biology. And,
okay.
The book of biology, man, it's about DNA, man. And Pettis, man, it's not in his DNA to be a dog. You know what I'm saying?
But his daddy had it.
Down to. Yes, his daddy though. He probably got a little bit of his mama's genes, as you can see. But everybody trying to compare him to Odell. Like Odell, he's like flamboyant, but he's a dog though. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays like a dog. And I think Pettis, he just got that PTSD, man. There's so much talent on that roster. I think he's just kind of playing out of character. Same as Adrian Corbett, as you can see yesterday with that hit. That was just all frustration. Just not able to, I guess, play to his potential. Sometimes it makes you play a little bit beside yourself. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
A little bit out of character.
Good observation, too.
I just think, like Kyle was saying, man, he likes aggressive receivers that has aggressive hands. He said KD, he said Deebo, and he said that boy Hurd. So to me, I think if Pettis doesn't have a good season this year, I think we might be looking for another receiver next year out of the draft. That's
you know what?
One of those things, man.
I do think, though, they'll take their time because he's a rookie, right? Second year. They can save money, keep him on the roster, but he'll gradually find himself moving down the chart, a depth chart, unless he starts to produce. You can't be just tendering around because, like Hurd, and Deebo have set a whole new trend, boy. We ain't out here
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to think about what he had in Atlanta. He had all aggressive receivers that can run routes, that can get separation. Like you heard it when he said, yeah, it's good for a receiver to run routes good, to get on top of the route, on top of the ball, and to separate. But it's football, so you're going to have them contested catches where you got to go make a play. If you're just doing
the great running routes and you know what I mean. And sometimes getting open. What happens when it's like 3rd and 2? You got a DB on your back and you can't make those catches, man. Like you got to do a little bit of everything, and if you're only able to do 2 things out of the 3, we're gonna find somebody that's gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna find somebody that's gonna do it. And like I said, I don't think he got his core of people right now. So I feel like he just adds people. If you're not getting it, you got to go, man. That's what I think where we're at right now. I think he's a little bit cocky with his roster right now. So he's able to
manipulate
people that he wants and
manipulate it a little further and see what he got. Hey, Derek. Now that you opened that can up, I was trying not to do it because I says, "Oh, Ronbo, come on, back up." Derek, do you see any potential possibility of a parallel between the legend Julio and Jalen?
I've been raving it. Yeah, he's right with Julio. Dude, 6'4", almost 230. He runs about a 4.4. I mean, that's Julio stats. Plus he got routes, and he can do a little bit more than Julio. He can come out the backfield. We only seeing just a little bit right now what they have in stores for him. Like I feel like he's gonna come out the backfield. They're gonna probably have him out the backfield with 4 receivers. They're gonna motion him over. He's gonna be on the linebacker. Come on, man. It's a mismatch. Or then they're gonna put him in as a running back, right, out of the 4. So what happens? Oh, you got dime. You got people playing the dime defense with 1 linebacker. Oh, now they can motion them back into running back. You know what I mean? Like it's too easy.
Derek, let's address something real quick. Okay, I think there's been a misunderstanding. Peter, I don't think he meant that. I mean, we know Dante's of a mixed race.
What was he talking about? Somebody screaming something?
Well, somebody thinks that was a racist comment saying about his mom.
That's a racist comment. What did I say that was racist?
Well, I think
that was racist. People are sensitive as hell, bro.
Yeah, no, I think that was
foo-foo stuff, man.
No, I just want to point. I just want to point out I'm thinking. What Peter's thinking is that since I said that he didn't get any dog from his dad, you said because his mom. I don't think anybody. I think Peter.
He got his mom in him. He got his mom in him. Like
he just means a feminine. I think
he's not an alpha. There's alpha men.
Yeah.
There's alpha dudes out there, and there's not alpha dudes. Plain and simple. He's not an alpha. So he got probably a little bit more of his mom in him, where his mom is not. She's not an alpha woman. She's a woman. Maybe got a little.
Right. That's what I wanted to point out. Derek is probably talking about the feminine aspect, not because of the color of his mom.
Yeah.
Okay?
Come on, bro.
Am I right?
Seriously,
yeah.
look what he. Yeah, absolutely right. He
Because you could say the same thing. In that case, we could almost go the same thing with OBJ. He's not. He's got a mix in him too. So yeah, look, guys, listen.
He got a mix in him too, but OBJ's flamboyant. But he's an alpha.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Yeah, I just want to get that out there. Okay. Yeah. And besides, Dante's got time. He could still bring it. I mean, it's early. Let's see what he's got to offer.
I like him.
Everybody does.
I like him. I'm hoping for him. I hope he gets together. But that defense is looking nice. I like Mosley, man. Mosley, I think he can be the other DB in the
I know,
as far as the dime DB. You know what I mean?
Right.
They got Kwan. They can put him as the other DB. So
there you go.
And the secondary looked kind of nice, man.
Yo, Dad did. And you know what? That's the second string secondary. Because if everybody says our secondary sucks, that is the backups that going to rotate if we don't have Sherman and Verrett on the field. Okay. Oh, that's not the starters.
Mosley definitely will make it.
Mosley,
not the starters, but Mosley. Yeah. I've seen a lot of flash in Mosley. Hell, even Dante Johnson.
No, he did play a little better than usual. Derek, we got to go though. We're running out of time. Let's Derek, get on back in tomorrow. You get a break tomorrow. Come on back. Derek? Okay, Derek.
Hello?
Hey, James? Hey, James. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, fam. You know, after I got over, I put the yin and yang together, and I says it's preseason, like Phil says, pump the brake on all the rage. Let them flags and Mr. Beavers, let that go, and then just go ahead and think about the good things that happened, because what we seen bad, Kyle, John Lynch, Kasurik, the whole coaching staff, seeing who was messing up, and they will not be bothering us for too much longer. So don't cry. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. They, I do believe that, they're going to be moving on from Beavers. And I think their game plan with Coleman going down, hopefully Staley and McGlinchey can stay healthy. But I think they believe that they got a good possible swing lineman that they could turn into a swing lineman in school, because school did a pretty good job last night. Yep. He needs to get his pad level down a little bit, know how to set his feet where he could just take defensive linemen out of a play. Well, he can already do that because he did that to Bosa.
Quite
but he
well.
Just got to get. Yeah.
On the run play, he still run that defender right on out to the edge and created that gap on the run. Nice on one place they caught him. But go ahead.
And one of the telltale signs that once Coleman went down, they were already starting to implement him into that, playing that right tackle spot even last night. Mm-hmm. And so that's like one of the signs that, they can start to groom him and give Sean Coleman time to heal. And if Coleman doesn't come back, I mean, School he wasn't no pushover offensive lineman in college, man. If he was stoning Nick Bosa in the game. If you go back and look at the tape, I mean, he stoned him.
We've seen that.
And last night he was stoning guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and it gives me a great insight knowing that, the future is very bright for us right now. And I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be surprised if two things happen this year in Santa Clara because of this draft and free agency and all that. I got a feeling it's going to be some big-name receivers on our roster that might be moving on, because you pretty much bet your bottom dollar that Jalen Hurd and Deebo Samuel are going to start, man. They're going to start, and if they don't start, they're going to take somebody's job that has been there. And one of them names off the cusp, I understand he's a speed demon and he can take the top off the defense in a Marquise Goodwin. But Jalen Hurd and Deebo Samuel can power over defenses. We seen that last night. Now I get it from watching that game last night and seeing how these fights started in training camp with Hurd. Because of this
he's rough.
That's it. I mean, this guy ain't, man, listen. I can guarantee you that those Dallas defenders that tried to stop him right there at the goal line,
they're still rubbing.
They were like, hey,
they got ointment.
I know.
Ointment on today, all rubbed down. And Jalen said he's going to gain. He said, I need to gain some weight. I'm going to put on a few more pounds.
Hey, man, they told their defensive coordinator, hey, look, coach, that was not in the script right there. I mean, nobody – guys, this preseason, the first game, nobody knew anything about him like that. Yeah, but it's a lot more to come. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. I don't know how some people looked at that game last night, but it was somewhat enjoyable, sloppy at times, but a lot of bright side on our younger players. I said about Greenlaw. Now, last night in that game, we didn't have really none of our starters out there. Mm-hmm. And here it was. Greenlaw basically was taking command on a lot of them stops, man. Mm-hmm. Where we got him in the field goal range, basically. Now, just think how good that defense will be with Quan Alexander and Fred Warner playing right beside him, man, with him playing the center. Listen, I can put together. If I owned a little airline, and I had some real money, I could put together a little aircraft picking up with about 6 seats on the back of it, besides the one for the pilot that's leaving Santa Clara. Malcolm Smith will be on that flight. Okay? And I've been saying it before all along about that kid, Emmanuel Mosley. Okay?
Yeah.
Last night, you could kind of see it where, it's a whole lot of upside in that young man, and he's a thumper. He's another thumper. And I think people like, Adrian Colbert, he came out there last night and, I guess he wanted to make that big play to still, assert himself as that starter. But, bro, Tavarius Moore is just winning that hands down. I mean, Moore continues to grow.
Because that little foolishness he did, ain't nobody counting that as nothing. He threw that cowboy into the dirt. He got an applause for that. I didn't lose any points. Yeah. It cost us 15 yards, but he'll learn. Don't do that. Yeah. That's nothing there. That's no problem.
And it's like I said, man, it's with Garoppolo coming out there and this offense that we've got right now, where we've got receivers that are /tight end, big receivers that you can motion them out the backfield on jet sweeps and all that. I'm telling you, receivers like Jalen Hurd as well as Deebo Samuel. They will be what you call late game killers for opposing offense, especially Hurd. And one thing I think that Kyle's got a big circle around on his questionnaire board about what he sees in upcoming receivers. Let me tell you something. Remember they said last year we were missing a red zone threat? That's what they said last year. Mm-hmm. Well, I think we've got a player that wears a number 17. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem, or for number 19 either, with them strong hands.
Jake, we got to pull up here. Don't leave George Kittle's name out of that when it comes to touchdown. See, they looked so good last night. We forgot we had the best tight end in NFL. All right, Jay.
Of course. And I know you got to go, but let's not forget about Richie James. Yeah, he dropped one and didn't look too good in the very beginning. But one thing I see that separates him from everybody else,
James? All right. Anyway, 007, 007, go ahead, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
007, man. As you can see, we're digesting and going over some of the finer things that we observed yesterday. And my God, I could have expected Jalen Hurd, Deebo to come out, but I didn't see him coming out and taking complete charge of that game like that. That was amazing. And who are these running backs? Oh, my goodness, this is the team we've wanted for years. So, to get back to your point of last time, they're going to get rid of John Lynch if he doesn't. 007, that is so not going to happen. I guess you know that. He's putting together an arsenal that's going to be tough to beat by any team. But go ahead.
Let's talk for another time. I don't know about that right now. But as far as the wide receivers, we've needed wide receivers. Ever since I've been a 49ers fan, since 2006, we've never had a legit number one wide receiver. I think the closest thing we had to it, might have been Crabtree when Kaepernick was quarterback.
I like Bolden. I like Bolden even better, though.
Bolden, yeah, actually Bolden, but he was way past his time. But anyways, Jalen Hurd looked great. He runs good routes, catching the ball, running over defenders. Since he was a running back, when he ran over that defender at the goal line, that's very running back-esque, to lower your shoulder and drive through.
Bam.
So.
He says he's going to gain some weight, too. He says he needs to pick up a few pounds. And when that happens, oh, God, that's going to be a force.
Deebo Samuel, he was great on that end around. He has that guy he's explosive. You could tell. He's great in the open field.
Yes.
Also, what I loved from him, which made me, because from Jalen Hurd, he is a big red zone presence, and he's also, for being 6'3" and 230 pounds,
6'4",
he has great body control.
Mm-hmm.
He can port his body. He's not big and stiff. He's very fluid for his size, which is amazing, which is going to help. Just for those red zones. But with Samuel, the great thing about him is that he is really in the zone, and he is very very conscious of what's going on. Because when he sprung open for that 40-yard gain, that ball was underthrown, and he went back to the ball, jumped over the defender's head, and caught the ball with the defender in his face. And
everything was all over him.
It wasn't. A lot of wide receivers would have been like, "Oh shit, that ball was underthrown." And here's the thing: he's not huge. He's only like what? He's like 6 foot, 5'11".
No, he's not 5. He's about 5. He's about maybe 5'9", 5'10", somewhere there. I don't think he's 5'11".
Let's call it 5'10". He's 5'10", and he jumped over a defender who was bigger than him and made a really, really tough catch.
He's got hops.
He's very. And let's not. I don't want people are like, oh, this is offensive rookie of the year. It's one preseason game. They had some really good plays, and they're showing a really good promise. But, let's calm down with the whole offensive rookie of the year.
Did somebody throw that out there already? I've not ran into that one yet.
Yeah. I was in the chat earlier, like when the video first got posted. Someone was like, Jalen Hurd and Deebo Samuel will share offensive rookie of the year. I'm like, oh, come on. Dude.
That would be nice. Hey, I tell you what, though, 007, you got to be careful because the fact is, with Jimmy, we've seen what they could do with Mullins and CJ. Their game goes up another notch with CJ, because especially with Kyle Shanahan, with Jimmy. Due to Kyle Shanahan's offensive playbook, they're running vanilla plays right out there. When they start running them loose and by themselves, hey, can you imagine Deebo in the open making a catch? And oh my God, now
what's crazy about the wide receivers is they're actually pushing Dante Pettis for the number 1 receiver job because Dante Pettis hasn't shown up as of late. He's even. I read something today. I've been doing a lot of reading about 49ers today. 2 months ago, a reporter asked if he had troubles going across the middle, and he was like, "Yeah, that's actually something I need to work on." You know what I mean? He didn't deny that he had trouble running across the middle of the field, which, you know what I mean? Like Deebo and Jalen had no problem with that.
Yeah, there's guys that some guys don't like that kind of contact. I knew last year Dante does try to avoid that kind of contact, and you can get seriously hurt running across the middle. You have to have the mentality to run that. And he still does a good job. I suspect this is a time of year when Dante takes it easy anyway. He doesn't want to get injured, and I can respect that. I just hope he just goes ahead and hardens up when the season starts.
Mm-hmm. I also read today that in the next game, C.J. Beathard will be the second quarterback to play after Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah. And I like that because people like to say stuff about C.J. Beathard. I'm like, C.J. Beathard's playing with like all these offensive linemen that aren't even going to make the team. Like the whole offensive line when he was out there, I didn't know any of their freaking names. I'm like, none of these guys are making the team. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. The quarterback competition to me is really close. The 2 quarterbacks have traits that each other don't have. Like Mullins, I feel like Mullins can read the field a little better, and he is. You notice that when they run, when C.J. Beathard's on the field, they run a lot of bootlegs, a lot of them, a lot of bootlegs. When not C.J. Beathard, I'm sorry, Nick Mullins.
Mullins,
they run a lot of bootlegs. He doesn't have the arm to zip passes deep downfield. There was one where he got a pass deflected from 20 yards. But like I said, he can put the ball where it needs to go in the short and intermediate range, and he has good field vision. C.J. Beathard, though, that kid has an arm. Like
he
longer
arm.
That
That's true. But you know what? Yeah. You got to keep in mind, Kyle Shanahan, pretty much everything he runs when the season starts will be out of play action. So you need to be able to bootleg. These are things that are going to be straightened out after they start running plays. And Kyle's going to make an assessment, see what happens. Keep in mind, too, if CJ starts with the 2s this week, and Beathard starts with the 3s and does a better job, that's going to bode not well for CJ. He's got to do a masterful job with the 2s because the fact of the matter is CJ was with the 3s and 4s, Beathard was with the 2s. So we're going to see what happens this week, and I think that's going to make a little more of a lean toward what's going to happen.
This week, Mullins was with the 2s and CJ was with the 3s.
That's what I just said.
Stat lines were identical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
the thing is, you're getting a different defensive charge with the 3s and 4s. It's gonna be a little different because coach is gonna start putting in there the guys that they're just looking at. But we'll see. This weekend you'll get a clearer picture of that anyway. So anyway, 007. I tell you what, get on back in here tomorrow and let's talk some more. Okay. If you get cut off, I think my producer's cutting people off before we say goodbye. So we're going to Lamont out in the East Coast.
Hey, what's going on, Ron?
Hey, Lamont. Yeah, man. But you know what? We're sitting there going over what we saw, and man, speculations are going to go wild between now and the cut. Everybody's got their own idea as to who's doing well, who's doing so-so, who's doing great, who's looking like whatever. Lamont, what are you thinking, man? Who stood out for you yesterday and the competition between the quarterbacks and all that stuff?
Okay, well, the first thing, man, the person who kind of stood out to me was, and that's one of the biggest things that I wanted to see on defense was, and one of the things I really haven't heard nobody touch on was, I thought it was a lot of clean tackling yesterday. I didn't think that it was a lot of missed tackles yesterday, and that's one of the things that I was proud of because even though that our starters wasn't out there,
good call.
It was a lot of clean tackles. I didn't see like a lot of people on the Cowboys side breaking tackles. You know what I mean?
Once they wrapped you up, you stayed wrapped up. Lamont, you're so right. We've not seen that. We've been crying about that for how long? And they were doing it so well yesterday. I forgot we used to have a problem with that. Good call.
Man. Yeah, definitely. But a person who stood out to me, Ronbo, man, is and I really want to give him some love too a little bit, is Julian Taylor, man. I think that he kind of started from the beginning to the end. I seen that he was pushing the pocket a lot, and I really liked that. I thought that Katavius Street had a good game as well. Mm-hmm. Another person that I saw on the D-line who I thought did a good job too, and that was Shelton Day. I know that the commentators, they was mentioning his name a lot. He seemed like he was getting in the backfield a lot, and I really thought that he had an awesome game as well. A lot of people touched on Greenlaw already. I thought Greenlaw did good as well. You know, I think sometimes, man, we, as fans, we get too critical, because we want everything to be perfect. But you know what I mean? But one of the things that I look at as a fan, man, is I just want people who can go out there and be able to make plays. And I thought that Greenlaw, he made plays, just not in the linebacker position, but I seen him blow somebody up on special teams too. And I think that, you know what I mean?
I was chilling. It looked like the time stood still for a second. All you could see was that full, perfectly textbook wrap up. Bam! Down!
Yeah.
Whoa! We've not seen anything like that enough. You right, Lamont?
Yeah, definitely. And then I just thought that overall too, man. I just thought that no one touched on this season. I just thought that we outcoached the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like I felt like Kyle, game was better. That Kyle didn't show anything. I just felt like a lot of people got open. I know your boy KB dropped the pass and stuff
and he
like
was
that.
Open.
But one of the things, he was wide open. But one of the things that I was looking forward to was, everything that you read about and that you see in training camp. I was just hoping that, that, you see that, in real games, they're just doing the games. And, the stuff that you saw, like, from Deebo and Hurd and stuff like that, we was already hearing that in training camp. Like, when we saw it in Greenlaw, we was already hearing that in training camp. So it was good to see them, like, it rolled over to an actual real game. So I was really excited about that. I think that, as far as like Dante Pettis, I know a lot of people was kind of dogging Dante Pettis out. I was disappointed in this game because of the simple fact, like, when you're going up against, number ones and number two, and you projected to be our starter, you got to be able to make catches in this league, man. You can't, basically get shut out or only have one catch when he's supposed to be our prime receiver, So I was kind of disappointed in that. But even though that I was disappointed at. That was only one game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, if you look at his rookie year, he had 5 touchdowns. You know, he did his thing. He didn't have a lot of plays last year.
He was out. He was out a little while.
I know.
And like you're pointing out about Dante, people need to remember too. Dante Pettis is now the 49ers' all-time greatest rookie. 5 TDs last year. 5. And he was out
That's exactly
a lot.
what I'm saying. Exactly. And I don't want to hold you up, man, because I know you got other callers. But as far as the Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard situation, my opinion, man, I think we should go with Nick Mullins just because of the fact that I feel like we already seen C.J. Beathard, like whatever the best that he can possibly do. You know, he's only won one game as a starter or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I know,
so I just think that's the best that he could possibly do. I know, like, people were saying he was out there playing with the 3s yesterday. I seen him playing with the 1s. And he, you know, he just wasn't winning.
It wasn't a lot different, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot different. I seen him out there with the 1s.
I wasn't going to say that a minute ago when I was mentioning, but you know what? You've already put it out there now. We got to keep all things equal here. I mean, you know what? CJ's going to get shot with the 2s this week, and let's see what that looks like. But I'm saying if Mullins comes in with the 3s and still does a good job, that pretty much says a lot because that means they're not equal. Mullins had a couple of drops and would have still put him ahead because if Richie James makes that catch, that was a lot of yards. If Kendrick makes a catch, that's a lot of yards. So
absolutely. And like you said, that would put him up, you know, close to over 200 yards.
Yeah.
Man. And then one of the things I like about Mullins is that at least Mullins let the ball go. You know what I mean? Like, CJ, man, he get killed back there. You know what I mean? I remember Arizona game. I think he calls his man. He had like 5 turnovers alone in the Arizona game. You know what I mean?
We lost the game because of that too. Lamont, we're gonna stop. We got one of your East Coast fam right next to you. It's getting late out there, so I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay.
All right, man. I'll be there.
Appreciate you, fam. Have a good night. And me, Trios.
Ronbo, what's going on, bro?
Demetrius, man, you know, mixed emotions and feeling good and scared at the same time. We do have a serious problem with the offensive line. And Demetrius, they may have to call Gary Gilliam back in. And as Phil said, he's going to come back in and ask for more money.
Keep him where he at, Ronbo.
God, he is.
He look somewhere else.
Dang.
Well, other than we good, Ronbo. Don't worry, man. We gonna be okay, bro. I feel your pain, though. We do gotta work on that O-line, though.
Sure. And because we lost Sean Coleman is a problem. We'd be fine if Sean was gonna be okay, but he's not gonna be back. Not for this season.
Yeah. We're gonna be good though, but you gotta think though, that was our second string, third string probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
And just earning.
But we ain't got no backup. So we have to hope that Staley and McGlinchey can stay on the field all year. And both of them are pretty tough. I see them staying the whole season because McGlinchey's, I don't know what he's made out of, but they didn't hurt him at all last year. And Joe is, I don't know what Joe's made out of, but he doesn't get hurt. So.
Yeah, that's the Iron Man right there. Yeah. But yeah, man, I've been listening, man. I think like all the callers said, man, we're gonna be fine. I just think like Hurd and Deebo, man, they did what they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
They did. Did you, honestly though, Demetrius, did you think they was going to do all of that? I was blown away. Them boys came out there and performed.
They were supposed to do, man. That's what they supposed to do, man.
As second and third round picks. Damn right.
Yeah, and everybody else need to they need to look at that and be like, yo, damn, these young boys is hungry. Let me step my game up. You know what I mean?
That's why.
Hopefully that's what it'll do.
That's why I'm expecting Dante to have a great game this week. I really do, just for that reason.
Yeah, I hope so too, because he got to step it up though too. Like he do. He got to like lift some more weights. Like just go hang with the gangsters somewhere in Cali somewhere. There's a bunch of them out there. Go get with all of them. Develop some personality, man. Like he got to do something, man. He got to do something. You know what I mean? He just got to get on his bad boy shit, Ronbo. Excuse my French. So,
no, I agree.
He just got to get on. He's a good ball player, though. He just got to get more physical. And,
he needs a little more dog.
And
just a little. He ain't got a whole lot.
Finesse player. He's a finesse player, man. He's a finesse player. He got like that baseball swag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And look at
They
his dad.
clean. They like to stay clean. Yeah, they like to stay clean. Like he just got that baseball personality. But he gotta toughen up. But I think he'll be all right. He just gotta toughen it up a little bit though. But Deebo and Hurd, they did what they supposed to do, man.
Yeah.
And like my man Kaboom, I'm not disappointed. It's just a drop pass. He'll get over it. Trust me, he's taking it harder than what we taking it.
I know, right?
Because I know
he was blocking.
Ronbo, so.
No, I was going to say, he's doing a great job of blocking after that, too, though. He was playing his ass off. He's trying to make up for what he messed up. But he can play better than that. That's why I get so worked up when he makes mistakes. Because I know he can do this. Do it then,
yes,
KB.
Sir, I'm with you on that. Because our expectations as a Niner fan is through the roof, through the moon and back. So I'm with you on that. So I get it. And now, man, Trent Taylor, man, I feel bad for him, and I wanted to touch in on that, Rombo. I know you guys, I ain't got much time. I got a Jones fracture myself, Rombo.
Oh.
I have a Jones fracture.
So you know how that works.
You know what I mean? Rombo, it's no joke. I had mine just it's a small bone on the side of your foot, bro. And like I didn't know mine was broken. And like I said, I played high school football. I ran track and played basketball. So I just assumed like it was just I sprained my foot.
One of the athletic
aches.
To
the doctor. Yeah, it just never got better. And at work, I'm moving like a 165-pound shower door, Rombo.
Oh.
And I just dropped. And then I went to the doctor, and she was like, "Your foot's broke." I'm like, "Broken?" Ooh. She was like, "Yeah." And then they was like, "Yeah, you have a Jones fracture." I'm like, a Jones fracture? What's that? So I saw the X-ray, and on the side of your foot, it's a small bone
from the little toe and goes all the way up into the ankle.
Yep. And mine was right on the side of my foot, and they put a screw in it. And it took me a while. I was in the walking boot for a minute and all of that, held up and all of that. But
you feel anything now?
To adjust.
How long ago was that though?
Right now, this was like 2 years ago now. Right
How's
now,
it
like
now?
it altered my walk a little bit. You know what I mean? I had to adjust. You know what I mean? I'm a working man now. I'm not an athletic man no more. So you know what I mean? So it's different for me, but it's normal now. You know what I mean? But when it rains and the snow, I feel that.
Kind of an arthritic type of thing.
Yeah, yes sir.
How long did that take you to heal up?
Be all right though.
I mean, before you could actually get out and function. Yeah.
I got my surgery in February, and I was able to move around by like May, June. I was able to move around, but not run around, but walk around. I had a walking boot and all of that. Yeah.
They say 12 weeks for the condition, but they seem to have got Trent seemed to be in the early. It didn't go longer than it needed to, because I guess the longer you go with that fracture, you keep on stressing it, it gets worse, right? So they're suspecting 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, that's a hopeful estimate, most likely. So,
and that's just
dang, he was doing so well too.
He was, man. Damn. It's a witch running around there, man.
Oh, God, especially doing what he does.
Man, but that's all I had to talk about tonight.
All right, Demetrius.
We're still going 14-2. We're 14-2, man.
Tell you.
Yes, sir, man.
Because we got,
Kaboom, you better get it together, man. I ain't playing Kaboom.
He's going to tear up. This is his week against the Broncos. Look for the KB show to return to join Deebo
and they got some joint practices going. Yes, sir. And they got some joint practices going. So watch out. Everybody gonna step it up this week. This weekend coming.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right, D.
Have a good night, Empire, man. Love y'all guys, man.
Hey.
I'll let you around, boss.
Hey, fam. Looking for you tomorrow. Have a good night, D. Oh, man. Oh, he is one of the founding members of TNT. He hails from Atlanta, GA. Trez! Dress, don't rock and roll me, Dress. Copyright. I never heard this one too. It used to be bad to the bone. Dress. Oh God, I do love these tunes though.
Hold up, wait a minute. Rumbo, go on and put some red and gold up there.
Let me get that in there right now, boy. I tell you, Trez. I'm using my yellow bowl, and it doubles as a flag. And since we've seen so many flags yesterday, let me use this other one over here. Don't want to see no more flags. All right, get some more me. All right, Trez. It's funny.
On, Rumbo?
I was waiting for you and Trey to come in tonight because Go Hard came in tonight for the first time in a long time. And I was laughing. I said, Go Hard is the only man in the world that can actually say that he took it to TNT, and that's how he became famous. He had me. I was in tears, laughed at the show at the trip. The man had tapes. But
Robo, we still standing in the ring, right? We still standing. I ain't seen you go home. But let's get down to the business, Robo. Let's get to the business. Okay, all right. Let's go with the. We'll start off with a mixed bag here. The good, bad, and ugly. Okay, for me, the good. Our standouts. Let's go with that.
Right.
Dave, Taylor, Eczema, Deebo, Hurd. Okay.
Yes.
Those were the good. Those were the standouts. Those guys came out and they really played well for us. I'm gonna even give a little kudos to old Bobby. I'm gonna shout out your boy, Bobby, because I can't stand nobody, but I'm gonna shout him out, Rumbo.
Wait, who?
He was really.
Bobby Sala. Because I was looking for a player, but he brought up the coach, Bobby. Yes. All right.
I'm going to give him a shout-out because he was enthused. He was into the game.
Wasn't he?
He was really high-fiving the guys. You could see, okay, he's maturing also. You see what I'm saying? Because remember I told you, he was, when he first got to the team, man, he was just blank out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just mute to everything that was going on.
He's
so that's
probably
why
scared.
But now you're seeing a different guy. You're seeing a different guy now. So still, I got a question mark by him, Rumbo. I ain't off him yet.
Yeah. Wait till his first string gets out there.
So, yeah. Let's go with some of the bad. We need to clean up the penalties. We look awful as far as penalties, both offense and defense. A lot of holding, pass interference, self-inflicted wounds that can cost you a game, and we cannot do that. We cannot do that. We were penalized 18 times for I think 218 yards somewhere.
Yeah, it was over 200. I think it was 18.
Yeah, 216 to 18 somewhere in there. So. Yeah, that's very unexcusable. We must clean that up.
Yes, because some of them jokers going to be bagging groceries in a couple of weeks. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ex-cost salesman, insurance salesman in about a week or two. You already know. But on that first drive that Dallas had, I was really paying attention to our linebackers. Although they played stellar, they had a good game, but they wasn't getting enough depth. Going back. You gotta get enough depth, stepping back.
So you can make a play. Yep.
He to make a play. Right. He floated the ball right over him, and then he went for big yards. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta clean that up. Linebackers gotta get the proper depth.
And Trez, did it seem did it seem like they was just trying to keep everything in front of them? They didn't seem to be gambling, no aggression, except after you caught the ball. And then they would come after you like you stole something. But I want to see plays. I want to see picks. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. Well, we forced the turnover. That's the main thing I wanted to see. Can we get the ball out of our opponent's hand? When they got it, and we did force the turnover. So yeah. So that was pretty cool. As far as everything else goes, I got a question for you. Did Ron Blair play?
No. Ronnie Blair's got a groin injury. And you know what?
Okay,
I think Kyle made up some of these injuries. He got everybody on the team sitting back like, well, he's got this wrong with it. You looked at that list of injuries. I come, Kyle, ain't nothing wrong with all it. Ronnie Blair ain't got no injury. But this is hilarious. And I'm looking down the list. Everybody's sitting down to make it legitimate while they're out of the game.
Most important thing, what I saw out there, Ronbo, I saw our team play with some dog in them. The young guys played hard. You know what I'm saying? They played physical. That's something we ain't seen in a while, man.
Long time.
You know, we hadn't seen our team step up, you know, and make and just play like some dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind. I really don't mind Adrian Colbert getting a personal foul like he did for taking somebody's head off, because that's the tone we trying to set here, Rumbo. You know,
True.
And I'm coming to tell you what. When we had Dante hitting him, he was doing the same thing, remember? He get him one of them couple of games, you know what I'm saying?
They hadn't passed any rule yet, though. This helmet thing is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it is, but still, go out there and give me a 15-yard. Let them know we for real. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's the tone we need to take going into this season. By all means, protect yourself. Don't get hurt. But I'm just saying, we playing physical this year, and I like to see that our dogs. We have some dogs out there, both offensively and defensively. We played physical, and that was a good look. That was a very good.
Good? Well, that's good stuff.
Yeah. I got a question mark. I'm gonna just throw that up, a question mark by Colbert. Just a question mark. I'm gonna leave that blank. You know, it is what it is right there. Pettis was out there fielding punts in the third quarter, Rumbo.
I was shocked.
What's going on there? Is
I have no idea.
putting him on the punishment? Because you know you're risking injury when you do that. You are risking an injury. Even
unnecessary.
Those third and fourth string guys. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I didn't understand. I said maybe he might be in the doghouse, or Kyle trying to wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Because these young dogs, you can tell who want to eat, Rumbo, on this team. You can tell who want to eat.
But Trez, with Trent Taylor out, they got to get somebody. They're going to audition a lot of people, I think, between now and the next two games. Who's going to be the punt and kick returners? Because
Rumbo, I didn't
out.
have Trent Taylor making the team anyway. Remember I told you that.
He was the front runner. Okay. They say he's the most consistent.
I really don't understand what y'all talking about.
No, that's the most consistent man
Trent can't,
in camp.
Trent can't stay on the field, man. You got to stay on the field, Rumbo. How many times you got to say your availability? Come on, man. You can't stay on the field. I don't want to hear no hype talk about you and you ain't doing nothing. Come on, man. Trent wasn't making this team, man. He ain't no dog. Get out of here with Trent, man.
Trez, I'm
going
to revisit this later because I love getting you.
Yeah, you do that.
Because you got me a couple of times. It's my turn. Trent Taylor comes back healthy, which I don't know if he can with that injury. He comes back healthy. That boy's going to lead the team.
Overall, Rumbo, I think the whole game our starters played very well. You know what I'm saying? I think they played very well. You know, a lot of people saying, "What you mean when you talking about our starters? We didn't play none of our starters." The hell if we didn't. Everybody was hurt last year, so all these guys playing was the starters. Am I correct?
A lot of them.
So shit, them was our starters playing.
You guys getting close to midnight out there. We get a couple more East Coast calls. I mean, Trez, I wish you know what? Now that the season started, we can look for you more often. Am I right?
Yes, sir. First and foremost, shout out to the TNT fam, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know who they are. You know what I'm saying? We're a growing family, Rumbo.
Yes.
And thanks to you and all you do. You know, the platform you give us. We said it many a time. We love you, Rumbo.
Thanks,
Have
man.
a good one. You know what I'm saying? TNT
you too,
out.
Trez. Right. See you tomorrow, Trez, if you get some time. Oh, man.
All right.
Yeah. Let's hustle on here to Jason, I believe. Jason.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Jason, you know what's up, man? I'm telling you, man. People are now making assessments on people's character tonight, as you know. It's really funny because we went from skill level to people's personality. And how it equates to making a good football player or the kind of players we want. Aggression is something that's very much appreciated because the more dude barks, that's the more we love him. But we still, Dante's, no matter how not nasty he is and mean, he still gets it done because, quite frankly, he's the best wide receiver as a rookie we've had ever. So that speaks volumes for him. But, Jason, I want your assessments on all of what happened in this game, fam. What are you thinking?
All right. My assessment is that the second strings were all in on both sides of the ball. So it's really a win-win in a way. Like we're gonna, wean our guys in. A lot of health issues, but it's good to see us that we have the guys that are not the starters looking like they could be the starters. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Minus the penalty.
Absolutely.
Swarming around the ball, I like that. The old Saints look. Remember how Saints had Sam Mills and all them guys swarming the ball.
There was never just one guy making no
was,
play. Yes.
Yes, I saw bodies flying around the ball at all times. That's dope. I like that.
And did you, when you say that, you notice Marcel Harris and Dre Greenlaw were inseparable the whole time they was out there? I was enjoying that.
Yes, they had a nose for the ball. They seem to be the bloodhounds of the pack. The bloodhounds.
He's hunting.
I like that for a name for our defense. But
I kind of like that
But
too.
I like really about Jalen Hurd, like I expected him to do the shoulder thing. He's a big running back. He's a big back. I expected the shoulder thing, breaking tackles. What I was really intrigued with going into it, he proved me. He confirmed like that route he did for the touchdown. If you look at the route, he did a cross in, a square in, but he rounded it off like it was going to be a post or out, and he came back in. And then on that fade, his footwork there. So just imagine Megatron, right? Which we all know Megatron is really.
There's another comparison. Julio, Megatron.
But Joe, this is what I know. Megatron wasn't a running back after the catch. He was fast. He'll outrun you. But this guy, Jalen Hurd, has a running back's physical attributes. That's going to be creepy when you add the hands and the route running with that after the catch. What's the Deebo too? Deebo got that same thing where he has this running backs mentality. Like, you just ain't gonna take me down by yourself. You're gonna need
some help out here. Yeah.
So I was glad to see he has receivers skill set though. I knew he had the running back thing, but I was questioning. Although his college numbers say he's pretty efficient at receiver, I wanted to see. And then we'll see him as, we put him in against the first starting lineups during the regular season. We'll see if he's going to keep doing what he does. So I was happy to see that with him, really. And then CJ,
and they're both fearless. I can't wait to see that challenge.
He looks like he's starting to grasp the playbook, and maybe it's slowing down for him a little bit. And if that is the case, it will be a quarterback battle for that second spot. I know people, even me included, I was giving it to Mullins right away because, CJ has the tools. He has the physical tools, but his brain doesn't seem as quick as Mullins.
Yeah.
But yesterday he showed me that, indeed, he can, if he can grasp this and continue to develop in that system, he'll be a really good backup because, he can run with the ball. If he just stops taking so many sacks, and starts being more decisive.
Right. And evacuate. There are times, CJ, get out of there.
Yeah, get out of there.
You can see
out.
better.
Get out. Roll out. It's legal still. They didn't ban it yet. They're trying to ban rules. And then I want to say, ultimately, as fans, as 49ers fans particularly, I like to see from my brothers out here, just be, even keel. Like, we're too high when the guy does go, Jalen Hurd, 2 catches, he's the guy. And then Kendrick Bourne is automatically thrown to the wolf pack. I'm like, hold on, get that. It's week 1 of preseason. Chill, y'all, chill. Let's stop. This is what causes depression. Depression sets in when you're like, we're them guys. Hold on now. Slow up. Like, let's let him work. Let's let him work. Kendrick Bourne is still a professional football player who was the leading receiver last year.
Yes.
So let's chill with that. Kendrick Bourne and Pettis' positions are up for grabs. Yeah, it's going to be a competition.
That was going too far. It's week 1.
Yeah. Chill, fam, chill. Let's let these guys play. And then you still know in preseason, guys are playing second, third string defenses as well. So let's not just throw people in the garbage because they had one. What happened to Trent Taylor, man?
I know. That's And he's been
I
playing
don't
on
know.
that for a
I'm
little
just in the
while. He
dark.
kept on going. He's like Demetrius just said. Demetrius says, you know what? It's one of the things you accept because you're an athlete and you know certain things go hurt. You just keep on playing. So finally, somebody forced him to take a look. And there it is, the Jones fracture, the dreaded Jones fracture. So he's got to
What's
wait.
the Jones fracture? Foot?
Yeah, there's a bone in your little toe that runs all the way up into your ankle. And if it gets stressed, he's got some crack, I think, going on up around near his ankle. So they put a screw in it, and he's going to have to be out for a few weeks. And he was rolling in practice, too. So he's going to lose like a month.
Oh, wow. Damn. Okay, well, the good thing is we do have the depth. We do have that depth to get through that, you know?
But Jason, let's pull up because it's the East Coast. We'll try to get everybody out there as we can. So
all right, Ronbo. One love, brother.
Hey, appreciate you, fam. See you tomorrow if you get some time, hopefully. All right.
All right, man.
Yeah, the boy Jason. And it's okay Niner checking. I was over to see that red cap. Okay, that's a great crop this year. The buds are super sticky. I ain't gonna tell you what that means, but some of us know what that means. We'll know what that means. Well,
Ronbo was good, man.
Will, man, everything is good. You know, we got a lot of great perspectives tonight. Some people are saying pump the brake, and that's right. Some people are talking about those who, you know, will require a little more time. And we're looking at, we're learning now, well, we probably knew yesterday, don't worry about them flag, because the flag boys are not going to be with us in 3 weeks anyway, most of them. So, you know, it's all good. We can actually focus on the good stuff that happened yesterday. Because I was one of the folks they was talking about. I'm in here getting mad and hollering and screaming. I could have choked my old boy Kendrick to death yesterday. I didn't. No, you didn't. Because we're so used to that BS from the years gone by. It brought back flashbacks, you know. So I expect too much. And we're trying to calm down. But, Will, how did you take it all in?
Well, you know, I mean, it is preseason, man. I mean, you know, it's going to be exciting. You know, it's going to be exciting about preseason. You know, you find out, you separate the men from the boys, you know, when it's talent on talent, you know, regular season, man.
Absolutely.
So, you know, but you can't take these guys' character away because it's preseason neither.
No, that's too much.
Because the Deebo and Jalen Hurd, you see their character. They dogs, man. They dogs. You can't take that from them. You can't take that from them, whether it's preseason or not. You can't take their character away from them. They dogs, man. They dogs, man.
Glad we got some too.
But yeah, we do, man. Like you got some finesse receivers like Goodwin, Pettis, and Trent Taylor. All them, you know, they got some finesse. They finesse receivers. But when you got finesse mixed in with dogs, that's dangerous,
nice
man.
balance.
So right. So you got Deebo, Jalen Hurd, and Bourne as dogs. And the only reason why I say Bourne is a dog because, you know, he can take hits and hold on to the football.
He don't get hurt.
So it's proven.
He just had a brain fart.
It's proven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But Jalen Hurd, man, you know, that's the type of receiver you need, man, when you're down in the red zone. You catch the ball at 2 yards and you're trying to run it in, you gotta lower that shoulder, man, and get in there. You know, that's that running back mentality he had, so, you know, that he got. So, you know, I believe they're gonna be great players in this league, man. But you know, like we all say, man, it's preseason, man. You find out who they really are when the season come around. So, but defense, man, defense showed a lot of promise, man. Defensive line, man. I like Sheldon Day. Held the defense in a good situation on that tip ball in the red zone, keeping Dak from scoring. You know, that was good.
Yes, that was perfectly timed. Boom.
Right.
Perfect.
They bend a little bit, but they didn't break. So
I know.
You know,
almost like textbook. Perfect.
Right. Yeah, DJ Jones did good, man. Julian Taylor.
And hurt his. I think he hurt his foot too. I hope he's okay. I mean, I didn't see any injury report on him though. Maybe it's just a little ouchy or something.
Yeah, probably ain't nothing major. But yeah, man. Greenlaw did pretty good. You know, Greenlaw gotta get his depth You know, when he's playing the pass, you got to get his depth down a little bit. But I mean, that can be correctable.
He'll look at film and probably have that corrected this week. And boy, I love the way he fires.
Project.
Boom, gone.
Right. Yeah,
him and Marcel.
He's not a hard project. Yeah, absolutely, man. They ain't hard projects, man. They'll get them right when the season comes. But Elijah Lee, he didn't. He didn't show me nothing.
Didn't he mess up?
Yes, he fell for the okie doke.
Yeah.
He fell for the okie doke.
And they roped the dope. Elijah. Oh, that was played. Red. I don't know what happened there. Whew, man, he got fooled.
Don't lie, man. But yeah, Adrian Colbert, man, you know, it was unfortunate he had to get ejected from the game like that. But, you know, you got to make plays like that, you know, to make a receiver scared, man. You got to make these receivers scared when they come across the middle, where they going up the seam. Man, you got to let ass out. You got to make them scared. Once you get them scared, man, they're going to scared to catch that ball and you can pick it off. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is, man. Let's see, what else? What's that guy name? Damn, I got his name. That
position. What position? We're talking lineman, wide receiver, what?
Oh, the quarterback position. Quarterback position.
Nick or CJ?
Nick Mullins is better than CJ. I don't know what kind of shit y'all smoking right now. I hear people talking about CJ better than Nick Mullins. Y'all are damn fools. Nick Mullins is better than CJ Beathard, man. I mean, CJ Beathard had a good game. I mean, he did all right last night, you know. But Nick Mullins got that. He got that winning mentality. You know, there was a picture they put up of Nick Mullins and CJ Beathard in the locker room for the game started. You know, Nick Mullins had his headphones on, looking at the playbook. CJ Beathard just standing there with his cap on the back of his head, holding the football, just looking around.
You know, that tells a story, doesn't it? Nick is a student, hardcore student of the game. So, you know, you know what? This is the right will come through on this. Let's see what happens in the next 3 games, because I don't really see any comparison between the two. In the trenches, I want Mullins. I still see CJ. He looks too calm. He looks too relaxed. He does good plays here and there, but at the same time, I can't trust him. I keep thinking he's going to just suddenly do something weird. And he did. That INT, he thought it was stupid himself. But CJ, if you thought that, why'd you do that? Mullins didn't know who was coming up behind him when he threw his INT, and he got bumped. I don't know.
I can't trust CJ. The game, I don't know. I just can't trust CJ. I just can't. Because he holds on to the football. He was taking hits last night again.
Well, in his defense, he looks like he's learned a little more. He's not so slow in reading the defense now, and he does finally make them.
He's slow. He's slow. He's slow. He's slow. Face. He's slow. He's slow, man. He's slow, man. Hey, look, man. He's slow, man.
It was.
Hey, look.
Anyway.
But yeah, man. Also, Dante Pettis, man. I know. We all talk about Dante Pettis, how he's scared of catching balls in the middle and stuff like that. But you know, that's the NFL. Dante Pettis, you listening, man? This the NFL, man. You gonna take some hits in the middle. Kyle Shanahan don't care what you got going on. If he puts you in a position to make a play in the middle of the field, man, and it needs to work for us to score, you're gonna have to
make that play.
It's the NFL, man. You got to be built for it, man.
Well, we gotta put the brake on right now. But listen, fam, look for you tomorrow. We'll be back for Monday Night Raw.
All right, man. You already know it. Oh yeah, Willie Beavers, get your ass out of Sound Clear.
I know.
All right, Ronbo.
Awful.
Shout out to
all right, fam.
Ronbo. Shout out to my TNT partner, my player partner Dre Rousseau. Shout out to everybody, man, because I know they about to cut me off in a minute. But fuck the Rams, fuck Rui. They lost Super Bowl. They scored 3 points, and they scored 3 points last night, and they broke. All right.
Night, Will. You got all that good stuff in. And we go now to that man who loves the Buckeyes, but doesn't know how to define what is a Buckeye. He's Hulkamaniac.
The worthless nut. All right, Ronbo, I have a new name for myself, okay?
What's that?
Herdamaniac.
Oh, wait. Herdamaniac. I love it. Yeah.
That's right. What did I tell everybody? I told everybody.
Absolutely right. God. And I just love the way he goes about his business out there. He knows nobody can stop him. And I also appreciate the fact that he's going to have a couple of extra helpings of potatoes because he's getting ready. He says, I need to put on a few more pounds. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I said, oh, yeah. Jalen, if you get up to about 235, and I know you can carry 240 comfortably, oh, my God. Next time you drop a shoulder, safety's going to say, okay, just come on in. Woo! Like him. You were right. Herd a maniac. You got to change his name. Right. Herd a maniac.
You heard me?
I heard. Debbie already used that one yesterday, too. You heard? Woo! But hey, what else? What else, Hurd? Because, I'm telling you, we saw some special things from the rookies, all of them, from rounds 2 to 4. And when Nick comes back, it's a wrap. The 49ers will have scored one of the best. This is going to be the best draft they've had. I'm trying to remember, even in the last one everybody bragged about was one Joe Staley and some others came in. But, man, this draft is, whoa. 2 primetime receivers. Could be one of the best edge rushers, probably going to be one of the best edge rushers in 2019, provided to stay out there for us. And then you got Dre Greenlaw in the 5th round. And keep an eye on Tim Harris from round 6. He looked good yesterday, actually. He's a little late, but that can be adjusted. Aren't you
glad that Shanahan Lynch didn't listen to the
Antonio Brown? Yeah.
No, the college, their scouts. That's how the scouts were mad.
Oh, the one that's still pissed off?
They didn't pick who they wanted. Yeah.
That guy must look like, people got to walk up to him now. Aren't you the guy that was questioning the judgments of Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch? What? Isn't that you? What are you talking about? No.
I told him to get Hurd and Deebo.
Yeah, right? Take credit for it. He'll never work in this town again. If you're going to do that, and I'm a guy that hires for my team, and I heard about you actually having the gall to go to the media and tell them that you're upset with my GM because he didn't pick up the players you thought he should have picked up. You can take your little application. I'm going to delete it right now. Don't call me again. God, that's just stupid. That's, he'll learn. He could start bagging groceries.
And I have a question for everybody. Someone posted this in the Nighthawk fan club. Would you rather have a top 10 defense with a number 5 offense, or vice versa? Top 5 defense and 10 offense.
That's a tough question. I think you can get away with having a top 10 offense. But if you got a top 5 defense, dang. I got to go with that.
I'd like to see Hurd and Deebo.
Yeah, but you know what? You could still be top 10. There's 32 teams. You're still in the upper echelon of the league with a top 10 offense.
Yeah.
Where did Brady? Yeah. Where did Brady and company rank last year offensively?
I don't know that.
You've opened up. I got to go check these numbers out because when I look at the Rams, didn't the Rams have the number 1 or 2 offense in the NFL last year?
Yeah.
And look what happened to them when they ran into Belichick. See, you know what? You can get away with a top 10 offense if you got a top 5 defense. You know how many points we were like that, Hulk. I can't get over Hulk. Hurd when we had Harbaugh running things, and our defense was just lights out. And our offense, we were okay, but I don't think we were anything. We were okay. We'd score enough points to win, but the defense is what was doing all the work. Same with the Seahawks. But, man, you get the combination of a great offense and a defense, and the 49ers have that potential. They've got the potential this year to have a top 5 in both areas. Hurd. I'm telling you, man. Whew.
That's right.
Well,
I'd love to see Hurd and Deebo start last week or start next week.
I hope so. Or get in early. Yeah.
Yeah. At least with Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy's got to sort them out. He's got to start targeting them so Shanahan notices. Oh, we're out of time. Hurd a maniac. I remember that. It's kind of fun. It's kind of Hulk, close to Hulk. I'll be looking for you tomorrow, okay? Okay. Let's go to Easy the Third.
Yo, Ronbo.
I love the entrance. Yes.
Goddamn, man, I almost fell asleep.
We didn't mean to keep you waiting so long. But you know what? If you want to talk about Jeremiah, man, I posted him up today on Instagram. That dude, I can't wait to see what happens next because he's got my attention.
If you do that, tag him up. He has an Instagram too.
That's Instagram. He's got IG. Is he Jeremiah Valaga?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. You know his name. All right, I got to do that because I already got the post up.
And,
Maybe somebody else already tagged him. But anyway,
man, not to talk about him, but like to get deep into the roster. Hopefully, one thing that caught my eye that I kind of didn't like was Marcel Harris. The way he went down and everything like that, I kind of didn't like it. But it kind of seems like he's okay. All these injuries that we got, but when this game wasn't. I don't think it was good. It's kind of like sort of say like a reality check for Kyle Shanahan and the crew.
Well, tell you what, look around the league. I was looking at injury reports. They're listed in some sites. There's a lot of teams that just got guys getting wiped out right and left. August is just a bad month for every team.
Yeah. And one thing that, like, not to keep talking about injuries, but one thing that kind of, like, caught my eye was Coleman's injury. The first injury that we had.
Really serious.
Well, it ended up being, he ended up dislocating his ankle. And then
broken fibula?
Yeah, that's the same, like, that injury right there. It's, oh, man, it's like an up and down type of injury, like, because the way he went down, I had the same injury. And I broke my leg literally like that. Like the way he went down, that's the way I broke my leg, and I didn't even notice it until like today. I went back and looked at the game and tried to take some notes on how everyone how everyone was playing. But when I saw that play going down, him going down, I literally went like, I got flashbacks. I was like, oh man, he literally broke his leg like I broke my leg. And man, that little side bone you have next to your shin, that little, I think it's called
it's a fibula.
Fibula.
Yeah, fibula.
Yeah.
And it's a small bones are the ones that go, you know. The shin bone can endure, but it could get bruised and still take an impact. But man, those small bones, and like Trent Taylor, same thing. That small bone running from the toe that runs up and connects in the ankle. Oh, man.
Yeah. So, that injury kind of takes takes a little while to come
To
back
heal.
from.
I know.
You know, coming from my experience, I was out for like almost 2 years, to be honest with you.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
before you could
So
start feeling
he's
that
out.
pain?
Oh man, that when it gets cold, like during cold days, because he's obviously he's gonna get screws in the plate most likely, because that's what I have.
Yeah.
I have 2 screws in the plate on the to hold it down. But yeah, it's not sort of say like an injuries type of thing, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just come back and get to seeing. No, there's no way. You know, sorry to say, but injuries, like you said the other day, you know, injuries happen. It could happen to anybody. You know, you never know.
And they do.
You know,
they do constantly. That's a scary thing. And nobody, I don't care who you draft, thinking they don't have an injury history, it can happen to anybody, and it does. Constantly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was just taken back by the fact that John Lynch came out yesterday saying that Trent Taylor was hurt from his foot too. That was kind of I was pretty surprised from that too. I didn't expect that at all.
He's had it for a little while, and he didn't even know it. So that's a scary thing. It's a small bone, so he just thought he was having typical athletic pain. It's serious. He had a screw put in his foot yesterday.
Oh, so he already had. So he got surgery.
Yeah, he's out. He'll be out until week 1 or 2. Yeah, they've got 4 weeks. They say he should be able to function, but you know, it's a kind of injury where he ain't gonna be just coming out there being Trent Taylor. This is so sad. He was doing good too. Dang. All right, you know what? Let's see what happens next. Hey, fam.
Yeah, and the way he was connecting with
Jimmy, I know. We gotta go though, fam.
Man.
Here's the real.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, look for you tomorrow if you get some time.
Definitely, appreciate everything you do, like always, and
thanks.
Man, shout out to the whole family out there, the whole Niner fans.
Thanks.
You know, it wouldn't be what it is right now without everybody coming in together. You know, it's always about staying positive, man. It doesn't matter what we go through.
That's right. All right. Fam, get some rest.
Stay strong, man.
All right, you too, fam. See you tomorrow.
Definitely. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
See you later.
All right. And let's go check out Rousseau.
What's up, Ronbo?
Rousseau, man. I'm just loving collecting thoughts and things on this game. I gotta save takes from this as we go down through the preseason and say, remember where our heads were at on that first week of the preseason? Now look at us. We're getting cocky. We're getting too confident. Rousseau, that could start to evolve. You know, we're gonna catch the Jalen Hurd disease. I still can't get over that look on his face when he methodically ran into that corner, dislodged from that defender, like, move out of the way, please. All right, thank you. Catch, boom, touchdown. That look on his face of confidence, I can't get over that. Look at that. His first action in the NFL, and he's playing like he's been here for years. Love it. But what are you thinking, Rousseau?
Well, first off, I want to do a quick shout-out for Braden, because Braden is the only person that I know, other than myself, who's been talking about Azeez Al-Shaair. And this dude stepped up last night, and he balled it out, and he had a really big hit, and I like what I saw from him. So shout out to Braden for bringing that guy up these last couple of weeks. So I've seen him mention his name at least five, 6 times. So
that's good. He was number 2, I think, yesterday in tackles too. 6'6", 6'4". Yeah. That was him. Yeah.
Yeah. I had him initially as a lock for the practice squad, but I'm kind of hoping he can sneak in now somehow. maybe in Zocha's spot. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, hey, did anybody see him yesterday? I forgot all about him.
I saw him on special teams.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really see him playing in the field or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as this rookie draft class, I mean, it's looking like every pick is looking like a home run. I mean,
amazing.
Bosa, obviously, he's dealing with what he's dealing with, but Bosa's a slam dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Deebo, everybody's been on Deebo, but just waiting to see him. And last night he showed what he can do. Like Deebo is looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a critic of Deebo, but my concern was his inability to beat press coverage on the line. But he's looking like he's been working on his hands and his footwork, and I like what I saw last night. He looked explosive, so Deebo
Rousseau,
looked great.
Where did you get that report? I read that same report that he was having a bit of trouble getting off the line of scrimmage.
I do research on everybody, and I've seen multiple reports saying that the knock on him.
Because I was thinking, did Grant Cohn put that out there?
Knock in college was that?
Oh, same thing in college.
I don't know. Yeah, that was the only knock I've ever seen on him. Really, was his inability to beat press coverage off the line. He struggled off the line, but I didn't see any of that last night. So
they probably taught him how. So
yeah, I mean, I've only seen maybe Deebo play one live game ever. It was probably a Tennessee versus South Carolina game. Like that's probably the only time I ever saw him. So, but Jalen Hurd obviously looks amazing. Like he's everybody's favorite already. So I'm not surprised at all. I knew this was coming. I just thought this was going to be a bit of a work in progress. I didn't know he was going to do this in the first game. So I'm ecstatic about Jalen Hurd. Yeah, I was expecting this to come about mid-season and then just kind of like take off down the stretch. But this is a very good sign. So if he's doing this right now, everybody better watch out because I'm telling you, this kid is amazing.
Oh.
He's 4-year college career. He has over 4,000 yards, and he's got over 30 touchdowns. So
this is nothing new to him. Every level.
Yep, exactly. So I'm big on him. And the guy that I'm surprised nobody brought up tonight, I honestly, like, you can make an argument he was the player of the game last night. Maybe not player of the game, but I was extremely impressed with Mitch Wishnowsky. Every single punt was, like, on point. And that one, he almost dropped that dime right on the 1 yard line. I couldn't believe that. I was getting all excited. Like, every time people, like, when have I ever been excited to see us punt? I'm using, like, fuck, we're punting. But last night I was like, oh,
good. Here comes Mitch.
Yeah. It was funny because Jersey Joe was like, "Ooh, I kind of hope we don't get this 3rd and 3 because I want to see Mitch punt." And he started laughing.
And hey, didn't they delay a game just to give Mitch a little more distance? Remember that play?
Yeah, I like that for the.
Was that hilarious?
They kicked it down to like the 14. Yep.
How many teams do that?
I like that.
Crazy.
I've definitely seen that in the past. Like usually when you're in that tweener spot, when you're between like the 40 and the 50, and you don't want to kick a field goal. I've seen teams take the delay game, especially with these punters with these big legs. So that's not uncommon. But when I seen that, I was just like,
but we never did that for Bradley Pinion. Is what I was thinking. Yeah. So
I mean, it's hard to get excited for a punter, and then Robbie Gould, 53-yarder. I mean, come on. Like everybody's wondering why Robbie's holding out because dude, he does not miss.
He's worth it.
He's gonna miss. He might miss 2 field goals all year. Like, he just doesn't miss.
Is anybody ever going to mention that the 49ers probably have the best tandem of kickers in the NFL? Because I'm waiting for them. Because they say everything else, even in our headline today, the Dak Prescott was 4 for 6 or 6 for 6 or whatever they said, but the Cowboys lose to the 49ers 17. I said, oh.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing for us.
Oh. Okay.
They didn't show one of our highlights, none of our stats, nothing, but it's all good. And honestly, I don't care if anybody knows that we have the best kicker-punter tandem because we all know it, and it doesn't matter. I'd rather catch everybody by surprise.
Good.
So, if any punt returner's been sleeping on Mitch and isn't prepared for these banana punts and these helicopter punts, like, I'll tell you right now, he's got something to come.
Can you name all of them? I remember those two. He's got a spiral, and he's got a couple other. The knuckleball. God, it's crazy.
Yeah, the knuckleball. And then Greenlaw, I mean, he got beat on that play action by Jarwin for that big gain right early on. But honestly, like, I noticed about 4 or 5 of our guys. Like, Richie James kind of had a blunder early. Mosley had the interference early. Marcel Harris had a blown coverage early. So everybody, like, did something wrong early, but then they all turned it around and played extremely well. So I like what I saw from Greenlaw. I just chalked that up to first game jitters, and he really played well. So
there you go.
I'm hoping I mean, I have no doubts he's going to be the starter. I just hope it's week 1. So
there you go.
I really just don't want Malcolm Smith on the roster. Like,
I think you don't have to worry about that.
Don't want on the roster. Yeah.
Russo, way to go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow and the next day, actually. But we'll tell everybody about that later. All right, Russo. Have a good night, fam.
All right, shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to my TNT fam, the Nighthawk fan club, everybody in the chat. I appreciate it. Take care, bro.
Hey, thanks, Russo. Talk to you later.
All right, later.
And we go to one of the hottest places on the planet, which hence the name Bakersfield, California. Who is this on the phone?
Hello?
Yes. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm on your show.
Yeah, you are. And what is your name?
Alfredo?
Alfredo? Hello, Alfredo.
This is cool.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Alfredo, you're a 49er fan? How old are you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm 12.
12? Another. We're getting. Alfredo, do you know Braden?
Braden? The one I was talking earlier?
Yeah.
Or
Braden, well, not today, but Braden's been on there, and he happens to be 12 years old as well.
Oh, I don't know him.
Yeah. Well, you'll later. He may call later. A little late tonight for him, though. But listen, Alfredo, what brings you to the what pleasure do we have in you being here tonight? Are you here to? Who's your favorite 49er?
George Kittle.
All right. You got his jersey already?
No, I have Jimmy Garoppolo's jersey though.
No, I think you know what I think everybody has Jimmy Garoppolo's jersey. So in order to be special, I got Jimmy Garoppolo's jersey. Everybody I know has Jimmy Garoppolo's jersey. Who's your number 2 player? Oh, you just said George Kittle though. So George Kittle.
Of all time? Of all time?
Oh yeah, I'd like to know that too. Who's that?
I like Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
There you go. See, that's you've got good taste in football players. Last night, though, there's some new guys. Did you see that game yesterday?
The Cowboys?
Yeah.
I like I like Deebo, that guy.
Ah, yeah. How about Jalen Hurd? And he scored 2 touchdowns. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
He was the one that caught it in the corner, right?
That's right. And the other one, he sort of like ran over a Dallas Cowboy to get in the end zone, and that was special.
Yeah.
We got a good team, Alfredo. How many? I think there's not going to be a lot of teams we lose to this year. Wait,
I'll be back. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Alfredo, hello. Okay, Alfredo. We may have to come back to Alfredo. We're getting a lot of youngies in here, ain't we? Let me go. Hey, Keys. Hello.
Oh, my man, my guy. I miss you, man. I miss you.
Keys, I'm telling you, man, it takes too long. You to get back.
I know, man. I miss you, man. But listen, let me go ahead and jump on in.
Get on in there, man.
Let me go ahead and jump on in real quick, man.
Okay.
Now, I told these guys about the guy Nicky. You know, I love Big Show, but Big Show was talking about don't get Nicky. He was tripping. Then we got the guy called Deebo.
Yeah.
And we see Friday, Deebo was the bully on the block. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
True.
If you watch the classic Friday, Deebo was the bully on the block. Then we got that guy called Jalen, you know. And then everybody was talking about the punter that we got in the 4th, but I told him, yo, relax. We went back to this situation when I said brick by brick. Now all their bricks is in place. You can't blow down the house.
Yeah.
Oh! So therefore, we're fine. We're good. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't blow down the house no more.
And they're going to put another floor on, Keith. We got the first floor in, the foundation, the living room, the kitchen, the downstairs bathroom.
Hey, we extend it. We're going to extend it. That's fine. And
Go put a patio in, too. Case, give me a high five, man.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
they was just in experimental stage yesterday. Kyle didn't give him no playbook, no game plan. Get out there and show me how well you play football. And they did.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, they did.
Gosh.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Like I said, Greenlaw, that was a steal.
Yep.
We had steals in this draft this year that nobody has.
Mm-hmm.
And over top of that, we still had our foundation.
Yes.
So this is the third year in this foundation, and the house is built. So therefore, like I kept telling, you got for to be honest, if we'd have put Mullins in last year instead of putting CJ in, and CJ, he played good yesterday, but it's the preseason. But we'd have put Mullins in all them games where CJ was in, we'd have made the playoffs last year.
But, Keys, we got to be grateful for that, though, because if CJ doesn't come in there and lose those games, we don't get Nick Mullins, and we may not even get that could have changed everything. We don't get
right.
Jalen Hurd. We don't get Deebo, you know?
You're right. You're definitely right. At the same time, now we got him. So, hey, if this guy gets hurt, we know what we got behind him. A guy that knows the offense, a guy that also, the thing I love about Mullins is this, and everybody understand this. Mullins, they respect him. They go for first string, second string, and third stringers as well. Whoever we got on the field at that time, he controls the huddle. You don't get that from CJ. The way them guys move and run and go hard for a backup or whatever you want to call him,
they meant trust him.
He could be a starter. He could be a starter for 17, 18 of the teams.
I know. I bet you're right, too. Oh, a lot of teams would take Nick Mullins at least to let him try out for the starting position. You're right.
Yes, sir. So therefore, we got our foundation. I love the pass rushes today. We got to clean that penalty set up. And the thing is, that's what for the past couple of years, that's what we've been doing. Penalties been killing us. We got to clean that up. You know what I'm saying? We have no choice but to clean it. I don't know if we got to make them run extra sprints or whatever they got to do. These guys got to clean that shit up, man.
I hand them a little slip of paper. They would look in their locker and they see a little memo from Coach Ronbo. If you get 2 penalties next week, know this. You will just pick up your stuff, and I don't even have to say a word to you. You take your ass home, okay? Okay.
Because I hope
I'm tired of talking to him.
I'm not trying to go to the Baltimore game and when they play Washington and they holding. You know I'm over here on this East Coast. And You know these guys are talking that BS.
I know.
So therefore, I'm not trying to hear. No, I'm not trying to hear this shit when it cost. That could cost us a game.
That's right. So
get it on point, fellas.
Yeah, I get it.
Now, you know what I mean, but like I said, other than that,
it's all
copacetic. As far as the rookies go, and we ain't even see our first string all crazy.
And you will in 2 weeks. You'll see something next week too. But Keith, we got.
We see Jimmy. We'll see Jimmy.
You're gonna see all the boys next week for at least a few minutes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't wait to see that because the way them guys in second and third, the way they was playing, I already know what the first going to do.
Case, we got to go, fam. I tell you what, if you get some
sir.
time, I hope to see you tomorrow. All right?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna call. Don't worry, I'm gonna call you. Hey, Niners Empire all day.
Hey.
And hey, Rambo, since I ain't talked to you in a while, I'm gonna just go get. I'm gonna go and give you a situation. You hear my wife? She's talking back.
I know.
out of here, Coach.
Good stuff, Keith. Talk to you later.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, bro.
All right.
All right, family.
Oh, God. I just want to bring up one thing before I go to the other half of the TNT Connection. Remember we were saying things about, man, we should not be drafting up no hurt players. Jalen Hurd was hurt. Dre Greenlaw was hurt. Now look at him. Now look at him. Catavia Street. He was hurt last year. Catavia Street is just getting into shape. Wait till he gets into shape. Do not question Lynch and Shanahan. I'm learning. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. I mean, hey. And the other half, the founding duo of TNT. He hails from Virginia. We call him Trey from VA.
Finally. And I do mean finally. Brother Ronbo, how are you?
Dre, I'm walking on cloud nine because I know we have finally risen above mediocrity. I'm ready, Trey. I'm so ready for this season.
It feels like football is back in the air, everybody.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
Oh. Can we get into it real quick, Ronbo? Can we get into it real quick? Because we finally got something to talk about. We wanted to wait till we had something to talk about.
Tear it up.
There was so much. You know what? Tropicana.
Yeah.
Sunny Delight.
Oh, yeah.
Minute Maid. There was so much juice on the field, especially defensively. Shout out, and I don't do this often, but shout out to Robert Saleh because he had those guys and our new defensive assistants. There was an energy, Rambo. Did you feel that energy? Was it coming through the screen?
It was vibrating.
Did you feel the juice?
The
I mean, I
monitor was shaking. Wait, Trey, hold on a second. Texas boy, pay attention. You're going to get chastised right about now. All right, go ahead.
Oh. I saw pop. I saw hit. I saw shake. I saw rattle. I saw roll. I saw guys on the ground. I saw force. I liked what I saw, Rambo. Now, this being said, no starters played on either side of the ball. Is that true, Rambo?
Well, now, I heard the offensive line. Those is it for the Texans, for the Texas boys, from what I heard.
Let me say this. Okay? We did something. Now, I don't agree that none of the starters should have played, but I'll say this. We did something yesterday I didn't think that we could do. We brought intensity for 4 quarters with all 3 teams, first team, second team, third team, when really we didn't even play our first team.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get down to the nitty-gritty, Rambo. Let's get down to the few things that we liked and the few things that we didn't like. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes, because I want you to talk about that sloppy football. Nobody does that better than you, Trey. And them flags,
yeah,
them people
hey, let's get to it. 200 yards and penalties. We're not going 12-4. We're not going 13-3. Shout out to Kansas City squad. But these penalties are atrocious, Rambo. The Cowboys had 5. We had 18.
And how come, Trey? They're so disciplined and we look like ass.
Disciplined. This has been a staple of the Kyle Shanahan regime. This is year 3. And I don't want to hear this is the first game because they had 5.
Worse than
if
year
they
1.
had 12 or 15, I'd be like, okay, everybody's tripping. We got to clean that up, Kyle. But what I did like is the fact that we almost 6 deep at running back, Rambo. This is an embarrassment of riches. It's ridiculous. Like, we picking them. They think they don't grow on trees. Well, tell us that. Tell us that they don't grow on trees. You know? Wow. I like what I see with these guys. Now, let's get into what I don't like, Rambo. Trent Taylor. I told you this guy was a bum. I hate to say it. It is what it is. Well, you know he's done for the year, right? I know that they're going to say
he'll be back
3
in
to
4
4 weeks.
I know.
4 to 6. Does a broken foot get better over the year, Rombo, with wear and tear? Or does it nag and haggle and stay with you all year? That sounds like a year injury that he's going to be dealing with all year.
Well, at least
Meanwhile,
Antonio Brown.
we got these young, spry, fresh receivers. Mama, remember last week I told you that Jalen just looks different in practice? Remember we thought he just looks different.
Yeah.
He just looks different, you know. Shout out to Deebo, 45-yard reception. That double move that he put on was nasty. That double move, and if CJ wouldn't have underthrew it, he would have walked into the end zone. So shout out to him.
But the dog came and got it though. Came and got it, Trey.
Hey man, he got some hops, some spring, he got some juice, he got exactly what Dante Pettis doesn't have, and that's what I don't like. That's what I don't. You're playing real soft out there, my guy. You're playing real cute and cuddly out there, my guy.
there's
a matter of fact,
term.
Can I get an installment? Can I get one?
Now, preempting Monday Night Raw, we will tonight have Let Me Holler at You. We do it after games anyway.
Dante Pettis, you had one reception. You had one job. You had one target at me, and you didn't even secure that. You're running around the field real ginger, on your tippy toes, twinkling, like you're almost gliding out there, like you don't want any contact, like you don't want any smoke. I don't like that. I got young, hungry rookies coming out here. I mean, Jalen is out here putting his head down, knocking over 2 and 3 different guys to score. Deebo coming out here. These are guys that are locked, so to speak, are coming out here and jumping over guys, soaring over them to do. What I'm saying is the effort. It looks bad, my guy. So we need to holler at you about that. But, Rombo, let's talk about a few things that I love. Malcolm Smith, Mark Nzocha, nice knowing you. Those jersey numbers that you have are needed for some of these rookies. So we'll be seeing you in a couple of weeks out of here because I like what I saw from Greenlaw. I will say this. He did on a few play actions. You know he did, Rombo.
I know. He's looking at film. He's looking at film today. He's laughing at himself.
He's a baby. He got caught teasing because he's a baby. So we can live with it. But Al Jazeera, is that his name?
Al Shar, I think it is. S-H-A-I-R.
That guy had the hit of the game. He turned up the whole sideline, Rombo. Did you see Fred Warner? Did you see Quan Alexander? Did you see Richard Sherman almost chase the guy down the side? He turned up the stadium with that pop. I haven't seen hit like that since Navarro Bowman's rookie year. And that's when you start to know. That's why you see preseason, people, for plays like that, for hits like that, for people that pop off the screen like that. And so I really enjoy what I saw, but I would like to keep those 2 young linebackers in place of those old guys that we have. You know, cost effective, playing time, jersey number, whatever you want to call it, they got to go. Do you agree?
I do. I just worry about we got so many linebackers nobody knew about. I mean, you look at Al Shar, David Mayo. These guys are special teamers. They're good players. If we put them on the practice squad, Trey, they will last 25 seconds after the names get out. Dang.
Rombo, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad that you said that because there are guys that came from the AAF. Shout out to DeMontre Moore. Because he had one shot. He literally had 1 week. He's been cut twice this offseason by us. He said, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to put on this jersey with pride. I'm going to put on this helmet with pride. I'm going to go out here. He ain't guaranteed nothing. He's not even guaranteed another week in camp, guys. And he's coming out here, and he's giving it his all. So we're not going to do it alone, Rombo. Just want to shout out to my TNT brothers. Want to shout out to you.
Thanks,
production. Chat. Everybody, appreciate you guys. I know it's well after midnight on the East Coast like we do it. But there's so much to be excited about.
There is.
That I feel like we came out of that one. If the second, third team playing with that amount of juice, man, I can't wait to see.
Oh, God.
Trey. It's a culture, Rombo.
It is.
You don't play with that type of fire. You don't play with that type of energy if it's not a culture. It's brewing. It's cooking. marinating.
Smelling
Appreciate you and
good,
what you
too.
do for us, bro.
Smells
Hit
like
that like for my brother
winning.
Ronbo.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for your time, brother. All right.
Trey, always delightfully from TNT, man. Love y'all, man. Come on, look for you tomorrow if you get some time, too.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you. Thanks again. And let's stay healthy, guys. Let's stay healthy. Let's stay healthy.
Night, Trey. And Trey brings up one huge point. You don't drop, and please, there's no racial overtone there. You don't drop oil into water. This is why the 49ers, Antonio Brown's on the market, everybody's going nuts. 49ers kept reading the newspaper, man, kept looking at the monitor. So, now look. There's John Gruden over saying, no, I support AB, and it's a personal thing. He likes a certain kind of helmet. There's nothing wrong with that. If the league won't accept his helmet, we'll have to work something out. First his feet, now his head won't work. Hey, and now we bring in, open the curtain for the Iron Sheik. This is not even Monday Night
Raw. Hell, the Empire. What's going on? It's Sunday night. Rumble.
Yes.
SummerSlam. Let's go.
Yo. Sheik, man, as you know, we're going to the fruits of yesterday, and we've finally gotten over the guys named Beavers and others that really have no place in Santa Clara. And I hope their rent is paid up through the rest of the month because they can just go ahead and leave now. It's just a wonderful thing, Sheik, knowing that we have got something here that's substantial. Sheik, this team can hurt people. Even networks are saying things that they notice. Oh, man, that 49ers defense, that's not the same 49ers team. They're going to be a little tough this year. I'm listening to NFL networks and also Mike Florio over at something live. I'm laughing because these guys were calling us nasty names and everything else, and now, PFT live. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, we're looking good, Sheik.
Yeah, they're hating, man. No doubt they're hating, Rombo. But the thing is, death is everything, Rombo. And I've been watching a lot of different teams out there, and they look sorry as hell. Just like the sorry ass Rams, just like the cockroach Raiders. They look terrible. That game I watched, it was literally bore. I didn't know what I was watching. And 3 points, by the way, Rams. 3 points.
And they were lucky to get that.
But the Niners, bro, they're lucky, and it's just like a routine for them. So that's a new logo. Shout out to Jersey Joe. I'm shouting you out. It's a new logo for the Rams. They're going to have a 3 on their helmet. That's a new logo now.
Oh, God. Hey, Sheik, have you noticed you don't run into so many Rams fans? Like the Rams and Raider fans, they used to be all over my social media, taking shots at me. I have to go find them now and I ask them how they're doing these days. I miss you guys. But now Texas boy to take over. Where's Rudy? We need to put an APB out for him.
He's hanging out with Texas boys because they get their asses handed to them. That's what they're doing. They're in rehab. But back to the Niners, Rombo. These guys are like under the radar, under draft. The guys that we got from the street. Ashari, he's a freaking pop was amazing. Eggs' pop was amazing. These guys, Marcel Harris, he missed some, steps, but he looked really nice in tackling. He was blitzing. He looked nice. There's these young guys, Rombo, were building a great problem for the other team, and it's gonna be amazing. And these guys, the competition in the linebacker core is freaking nuts. Even if Malcolm Smith is there, he just just gonna learn these guys like Greenlaw. Greenlaw gave him a shout out. He's saying these guys, type of guys that helped me out to be having a better career. So that's what you have to have these vets in there to help these guys out. Greenlaw, Shazier.
I just don't want to lose a good player. because we had to leave that roster spot. But we'll see.
Yeah, well, that's the bad thing about having so much talent. But for the long run, health was our issue. So finding these guys, these gems coming in this team makes it great. The wide receiver core, Dante Pettis. I'm still waiting. I'm gonna throw
Dante's getting to business
my
this week.
little. What are you doing? That guy, I don't know, Ron, but I know he's a cat. He loves cats, right? He does. Hopefully, he has 9 lives because Deebo and Hurd, and shout out to Hurt Hulkamaniac. He looked great.
Hurtamaniac.
Hurtamaniac.
Yeah.
That was a great combo with Deebo. So Dante Pettis, I like him. I think he's going to be great. I think I'm not going to say he's going to take a step back, but competition is real in this 49ers. But the thing is, when we go to the, shout out to Trey from VA, cute and cuddly. Hey, your rubber duck is with me, bro.
Hey, that's foul. If I got to throw a flag on you, Sheik, cannot pick on a man's rubber ducky. That's just not right. God.
Oh man, but it's all fun and games. But the thing is, let me go to the serious matter. Nick Mullins versus CJ Beathard debate should not be a debate because CJ's awareness is disgusting. He has no awareness. He just wants to. He's like deer in headlights. He just wants to get hit. His bad balls constantly.
But Cheek, third round pick. You know what? We all need to be concerned about that third round may trump UDFA. I'm just thinking, Kyle. It stays fair about this. Now, Kyle, you got plenty of good players. Just because you may have overstepped draft pull, you did not have to trade up. I think CJ would have been there in the next round. Sheik, I just hope they're going to not let that be the deciding factor. But go ahead.
Right. And I think, he's holding that guy really tight because he doesn't want to look bad. But CJ Beathard, he's a third stringer. I guess all 3 of them had that guru, quarterback guru, teaching them.
Down in LA.
Jimmy G looked good. Mullins looked good.
Yeah, they looked different.
His footwork. If you just look at his footwork, just forget about his interception. Just look at his footwork. See, Mullins has a better footwork than CJ Beathard. So that's how I look at it.
He processes quickly too. That's the thing I like too. Don't stand there too long looking confused. Get rid of the ball. Yeah.
Exactly. But the defense is crazy, Ronbo. But I know everybody's gonna, you're closing up shop. But I just want to say the Deebo is here, and then, those AJ Browns and DKs. We got Deebo and Hurd, baby. We got Deebo and Hurd. Yeah, we got double combo, and we got Greenlaw.
Yes.
So that's another. But anyways,
and
Ronbo.
Mitch Wish. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
We're here. Ronbo, shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody holding down. Hit those likes. Faithful hit those likes for Ronbo Sports.
Thanks,
shout out to Nighthawk Fan Club. Shout out to everybody calls in. And we're doing a Nighthawk fantasy pretty soon. And I'm going to get show again.
All right.
And I'm going to win the championship the same. And we're going to
I love it.
And we're going to, hey, by the way, next year, when the year is over, we're going to come on the last place opponent is going to be coming in and say that I'm a sorry-ass fantasy player on here. Just let you know.
I can't wait for that. All right, Sheik, we got to go. I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Peace. Shout out to everybody. Go
Thanks,
Empire.
Sheik.
We're better than the nation.
We're the Empire. Where? Let me get a little. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show again on tonight. Show! For what do we owe the honor? 2 nights in a row? Are you kidding me? Come on in. His show's playback. Show! Yo, he's gonna hear. What's this? Then I get to hear it too. Show, are you on the phone?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Show, are you by chance a potential victim of what Sheik just described as someone is going to lose fantasy and have to come in and admit to being what?
We're horrible at fantasy football, but Sheik's talking, he's all bark and no bite. I'll put it that way. I love you, Sheik. But anyway.
Hilarious. I look forward to that. But anyway, Show. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, just anyway. There's a lot of things that we brought to the surface that we didn't hit upon late last night because we were all tired and worn out, screaming and yelling. But now we can see things a little more clearly. I don't know. I'm maybe speaking just for myself. I'm not as angry as I was last night. You know, this would be maybe the second or third time the 49ers won a game. Well, I really couldn't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because I'd like to see a cleaner played game. Some of the things I saw really annoyed me. But it is the Cowboys, and we do not want them riding out of town. I just got through whipping up all them Niners again. I don't want to hear that. You know, and imagine Texas Boy would take over the chat, as he almost has anyway, should they win a game. So, you know, it was very important.
And speaking of Texas Boy, I just read a report that Dak Prescott has turned down $30 million from the Cowboys. So,
what does Dak think he's worth? I can't wait. Okay, later for that, for more comedy relief. But Show, your 49ers, they do look solid, though. And keeping in mind that was not the first string.
Can you come back to me in like 5 minutes? Can you come back to me in like 5 minutes?
I'll be right back. Maybe save it for tomorrow, because we're going to close shop.
All right.
Okay?
All right, no problem.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, those are some of the things tonight. Listen. Red Zone Gold 49s. I didn't expect the 49ers to come looking crisp last night. It's the first preseason game. Plus, they have a lot of young players. I don't know what's going on with me and belching. You didn't hear that, did you? They have. I know what you're thinking, Ronbo. Have you stopped drinking? Well, I'm fine. I can do this no matter how much beverage I have. With the penalties and the 2 turnovers, they were still able to win. Red Zone culture, absolutely right. And they did that sloppily. Imagine if they'd have been crisp and sharp, even crisper and sharper than you mentioned here. And Josh says, did you see Lynch down on the sideline with Robbie Gould? And Lynch was thanking him, and he should. We have a solid kicking team now for the next 2 years for sure. And I'm including Mitch wishing that. Fernando says Deebo's going to be a problem in this league. Yes. And Giovanni Diaz, Deebo and Hurd are the future. Can't wait to see them line up with Jimmy G. Ooh. Eddie Lopez said, hey, Shanahan is saying all the right things to the media about the backup quarterback. When we all know it's going to be Mullins. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Okay, let me do this first because I got so many thoughts going in my head about that quarterback situation. Despised. The Niners have a sharpness they haven't had in a while. Oh, so great. Making it back is back. Hey, it's looking critical for the wide receiver core after the showing that Hurd Deebo put on. Pettis and Bourne are looking obsolete. There is pressure on them. On everybody in that receiver core, there's pressure on. I kind of like that. Sack Francisco says Leroy Reynolds looked good too, barring that one defensive holding penalty. Leroy got good marks yesterday. I don't know what they got. You know, in Zilcha, Eli, well, it's a first preseason game. Well, let's see what develops. Danielle Andres, Richburg had a few good games in his career, but a friend of mine who's a Giants fan said he is always injured. And nicely, Rousseau said he's looking. He's going to be back in time. It seems he's feeling strong and feeling good. Maybe when they say he'll be back for opening day, maybe they just mean they hope he'll be back if he gets enough conditioning. He needs a couple of workouts, though. You just can't come out there and play center after being in the bed for a month. And Daniel, let's have 49ers fan 5249. The boy needs to recover if he's going to make this team. Matthews, I'm pretty sure, will make it after Lynch's comments. I know. James needs to be consistent to have any shot. Can you imagine your red line situation? Just for this moment, I'm going to use this. I'm saying, I got Jalen Hurd, of course. I got George Kittle in there. Who you going to put in the slot? It was Jordan Matthews in the slot. Oh, God. He could put on the, who's going to put on the other side? There's the question. It should be Kendrick. I'm just saying, Kendrick will be fine. Dante's good in the end zone, too, though, because he both of them run sharp routes. You need one sharp route runner. Otherwise, you've hit every element. The MAC. Robert, we have to relax. We have no backups on the old line. We have to remember that Garland and Garnett are hurt. The only thing we are lacking is guard help, and we only carry 8 to 9 on the 53. It is an anxiety stimulus. I just really wonder. Derek Dawson, hey, Rob, maybe our team playing like physical because of our new sport science team that is keeping our team fresh and healthy. Not even thought about that, Derek. Good call. And Hank Moody says, my boys made me 50 yesterday. You know I'm cashing out on my boys this year. Hank, man, I bet you do. Bet you do. Oh, hey, Big Show, we took up just enough time to catch the Big Show back on the phone. Big Show! I may have read the wrong thing. Fam, Big Show's going to save that for tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw. He'll be fresh. He'll be ready. In fact, Big Show's going to check in with the Sports Times team to make sure that he's feeling his best by tomorrow. Fam! It's a wrap for the night. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Fam, please don't forget to hit that like. See you from Monday Night Raw. Night!